from the penthouse of the fabulous TIFF Lightbox building in 420-friendly downtown Toronto, it's Red Heat and Rage with Gabe Morency and Cam Stewart. Brought to you by Crop King Seeds for all your marijuana seed needs, and Remo Nutrients. Got seeds to grow? You'll need Remo. And by Juju Joints. Don't have time to grow? Juju is ready to go. So discreet, no one will know you're smoking marijuana. Starting tomorrow night, Thursday, September 10th, 2015, Red Heat and Rage will be moving to the 420 Sports Network. Tune into the 420 Sports Network 4 times a week on Thursdays, Fridays, Sundays, and Mondays. 420 Sports, blunt talk, smoking sports.
Heat and Rage. I am Rage. He is Red Heat. And as always, the Raging Redhead is ready to bring it here this evening. Cam, it's always a pleasure. What's going on?
Morency, it's hot in here, buddy. It's hot in here.
It is. I tell you what, when we were in the elevator with about 18 people, like 16 kids, 13 other people, it was getting pretty hot, man. Like, we're on the 46th floor here. You get a great view, but sometimes the wait for the elevator takes a long time, and then when the elevator gets there, there's a ton of people. But, we're in a building where there's a lot of famous people all the time, and, I'm always recognizing people and stuff, and they're always giving me and Cam weird looks. Tonight we saw the singer Andy Kim. You know that dude, Andy Kim? He's got the slick back hair. He's like an old school.
He's kind of like like Keith Richards, but more glammed up.
Yeah, healthier Keith Richards. Yeah. I nodded at him, and he just sort of gave me a dirty look. I thought he'd be friendlier. But, the guy's a rock star, and, he's probably upset that he had to wait for the elevator with everybody else. Here he is.
Andy Kim.
Andy Kim. Andrew Yoakum. Performing as Andy Kim, a Canadian pop rock singer and songwriter.
From Montreal.
Yeah, that's where I know him. All right, he's 68. Looks pretty good for 68.
That guy looked good, man. His woman was doing okay, too. Yeah. Andy Kim, mover and a shaker.
Yeah, this is his song. Sugar.
Oh, honey.
You wrote that song.
He wrote Candy Girl?
Yeah, you write that song, and that's why you're looking good for 68. You're just fucking set for life. Sugar. That's right. Rock Me Gently.
Oh, yeah, this guy's got a few hits, eh?
Right, a number of hit singles he released in the late 60s and early 70s. Rock Me Gently, which topped the U.S. singles chart. 1968, he co-wrote Sugar for the Archies. It was number 1 for 4 weeks. 1969, certified record of the year. Ooh.
Know what this guy sounds like? No wonder. He's actually made some cake in the day. He's in a nice building here. Like, you got to have money.
Yeah, but he recently put out a record with some younger musicians. All right. He's hanging with the bare naked ladies.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's great company.
His music is now being used in a Jeep Liberty commercial.
Oh, yeah, great. Hey, everyone's jumping on the good Jeep Liberty train.
That's pretty good. All right, so don't forget about the MIB treasure hunt on Halloween. Ooh, Halloween.
It's scary.
It's Halloween. And
Undertaker.
Yeah, there's going to be $50,000 in prizes spread out throughout the park. But you must be of a legal age. And you must be a medicinal patient as well to claim those prizes. But $50,000 freaking dollars going to be off the hook. That's Halloween in High Park in Toronto. And, that's right before the big election that is around the corner. And, Cam, I consider you and I, we're pretty close friends.
Yep.
And, you tell me what's going on in your life for the most part.
But you tell me the same.
I was a little bit disappointed to find out that you are a liberal candidate and you're running for office, and, you didn't tell us. It's unbelievable. Somebody actually sent me a tweet of a picture, and, Cam, you nearly made somebody drive off the fucking road. You nearly made somebody drive off the road as somebody saw a picture of Vote Cam Stewart, Liberal Party. And I saw this, and you know what? I nearly fell out of my chair as well, actually. Yeah. There's a dude running for the Liberal Party, named Cam Stewart. I believe we have some pictures of the signs and this guy's platform. So do you support Cam Stewart, the politician?
It was the best, Morency. So I'm sitting there. My brother texts me the Stewart. He's Andrew Stewart, and Cam Stewart's the member in their constituency in Alberta, too. So my brother, he's got him all over the sign. Vote Cam Stewart. It was amazing, though. I can't believe it.
Yeah, no,
it's spelled the same way, too. It's nice.
Yeah, no, it really is. I guess the guy's out there in Alberta. He's out there in Alberta. Team Cam Stewart 2015. Calgary Forest Lawn.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know what's amazing, though? We see Cam Stewart's running for office. That's just unbelievable. Many of you have told me I should run for office. Yeah. But, I got more skeletons in the closet than a fucking, the Duke University science class.
The Duke University science class.
I imagine they got a lot of skeletons.
Oh, they got a lot of skeletons.
Yeah, over to Duke science. I don't have as many skeletons as Hainzer does. Yeah. Hainzer has real skeletons. Well, over under, like really, when you see there's like a missing hooker and stuff, like would you really be shocked to find out like she's chopped up into pieces in Hainzer's closet? No. Yeah. He's got skeletons in his closet. Like you open up Hainzer's got like hockey bags under like laundry and shit that, even like, no one wants to open that hockey bag. It's like, what's in that hockey bag?
No, the best thing about Hainzer, I think he was a slumlord in BC. He dealt with some real sketchy folks.
That would rule me out right there, wouldn't it? For sure. Those days would just wipe out any potential career like that.
Yeah. You do a good job of wiping out potential careers every week here. You're pretty good at that, actually. You're pretty good at that. So basically, Cam Stewart's running for office now. We heard about we've heard about the PCs recently. And
Cam has a new shirt today.
Yeah, we've heard.
I'm getting a lot of comments on the Ricky stuff, right? Yeah, hey buddy, that's what happens when you win some money. But we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah, so we heard about the PCs. A lot of candidates have problems over the last couple of days. One of the dudes actually pissed in somebody's cup. You know what, though? I mean, Cam, let's be honest. That's all politicians do is piss in your coffee. Yeah, so should we really be surprised here, actually?
I got to be honest, though. If we brought Al the Exterminator into your home and you're going, hey, man, would you like a coffee? And some guy's pissing in your cup. Sorry, man. That's so weak. That's terrible. It is terrible. Like, I don't care what kind of asshole you are. Like, pissing in somebody.
Al's not pissing in your cup. He's just he's flirting with the wife.
Yeah, you need another squirrel job?
Fuck you, doctor. Shout out to Angry Mike Holmes.
Yeah, we miss him.
It's not the same without him. Actually, here. It's not the same atmosphere. He's sort of the calmer.
Brings a team together.
Yeah, he's the exterminator, but like he's the calmer. Like
we were kind of telling. I was wishing for like the vibe of show 1, show 2. We're trying to get back in the hot tub time machine.
Yeah. So we got this candidate, the Tory candidate. PCs are out, and good thing. Harper's anti-weed. He's anti-everything. This guy.
Great hair helmet too. Have you seen that guy's got the best GI Joe? Like, how do you get your part? Like, and he's the epitome of a white guy part. It's absolutely perfect hair helmet. He's like those
ironic,
toys.
So that he makes fun of Trudeau. Nice hair though.
Yeah, nice hair though.
That's Harper. Yeah. What about your lid?
Nice.
It's like set in stone like Carrie Fraser.
It doesn't move.
No, it doesn't move. So Harper's got problems. He's trailing in the polls, only like 26%. Looks like Mulcair could be the next prime minister, actually.
Yeah, he's French too. The thing about Mulcair, people don't understand. This guy, Morency, you're from Montreal. This guy, he just looks like a trustworthy guy with a beard. The guy's actually multilingual. He's a sharp cat.
Yeah, he's a sharp dude. He's a lawyer. Yeah. That's why he's slick, right?
If the NDP were like a bigger pooch at like plus 500. I'd take a swing.
Harper's fucking up everything.
Yeah, he is.
People just don't like Trudeau.
He's got
Mulcair's just like a team. He's got to run the clock out here.
I know.
Just don't do anything stupid. Run the clock out. Tell people, no, we're not raising your tax. Don't worry about it. So the Tories are in trouble, and now I know why they're in trouble. Because it turns out another dude, and what's his name? Tim
Duto.
Yeah, Tim Duto.
Yeah.
So when I heard the name, I'm like, Tim Duto.
You're listening to Morency on Hardcore Sports Radio.
Hardcore Sports Radio. You may not be able to go all night, but we sure as hell can. This is Sports Rage After Hours. He had that cool radio voice.
That guy had a great
And
pipes.
after I got canned, he actually did the late night show, but he melted down because everyone was like, "Where's Morency?" He told everyone to go fuck themselves, and then it didn't work out for him. He's actually a talented dude. He's got a great voice. So he does voiceovers. He's been in like big movies and cartoons and stuff like that. I thought he signed some big deal recently. So I see on the news that a second Tory candidate has to withdraw from the race camp because he made fun of retarded people. And it turns out it's the fucking dude we know from Hardcore Sports Radio.
Running in my riding.
I had no clue. It's unbelievable. Now, if this guy can run, I can fucking run. And secondly, you're Stephen Harper. You're the prime minister. You're an uptight, stick-ass fucking dude. This is like the biggest city in the country. Do you even know who your candidates are?
Hey, buddy.
Like Harper, I'm on control of everything. You got radio hosts running, making fun of retarded people.
I've seen
this guy. I've smoked weed with this guy.
I know. I've seen 7-Eleven applications that were gone through with a finer tooth comb than what the conservatives are doing with these. I'm applying for a job. 7-Eleven. You ever had a criminal offense? They're breaking you down. Hey, why don't I just run? You know what I'm saying? No, that's the thing.
I would vote for you. You'd be a great politician. You're like Rob Ford. You're like, you just tell people, you know what?
I heard about your opening gamblings. Who cares?
I would like to run. I'd like to shake the system up like Donald Trump.
Yep.
But as I was told by many people, I wouldn't get through the first day. I've said a lot of crazy things on tape over the years. I'd go down pretty quickly.
The problem with Dutal, you said it though, Morency. First of all, tough spot when you got canned from the score and he came in. Boo! All the sports ragers, not a good start. But you said.
So now I should follow him.
Yeah.
He followed me. I should follow him and run for the Tories.
That's right. New member at Danforth, Morency.
Danforth. What's your way?
Greenwood.
What's your biggest concern, Mr. Hanger, with the neighborhood that you live in, sir?
Well, it's a pretty nice neighborhood. I just want to keep crime down and let's keep the Danforth Strip vibrant. Yeah. There's very many cool places there.
I believe the local business
markets.
I believe the local business is the very heart and soul of our city.
Yeah, I
believe in local business owners. I believe in tax cuts so people can make their businesses.
Flyers, Marty.
And I promise to keep your streets clean as we will add additional lives.
Corey's
Next question.
569 Danforth Avenue.
It's not bad, huh?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And I told you, you got
and then I'll leave it at it. How about those Leafs this year? Hey, Mr. Hayes, go Leafs.
When in doubt,
Leafs. How about them Jays?
When in doubt, throw in Toronto sports team supporter. Yeah.
No, when they've been visiting, they've lost each time, right? Every time Montclair and Montclair.
They don't go to Blue Jay games anymore. No.
Yeah. I like to roll out. I'm sick and tired of you fat cats in city council wasting everybody's time and everybody's money every day. All I hear is talk and not enough results. I'm here for results. The party is over. There's a new era at City Hall, and it's Mr. Sports Rage. Strong. Not bad, eh?
That was good.
Yeah.
So I could just see
the status quo is over. The casino will be built. The casino will be built within a year. And if you are against it, you are a communist. Are you against jobs? I'll hammer the fuck out of my opponent. Oh, I'm Shelley Carroll. Listen, Shelley, I'm not concerned about the trees right now, all right? I'm concerned about putting food on the table for the citizens of Toronto. How's that? Put me in a fucking debate.
I'm for your casino, Morency.
No, I'm pro-casino. How about the nerve of City Council of Toronto voting against the casino when they don't even live? Like, Norm Kelly, the guy's in fucking Scarborough. He's voting against the casino in Toronto. You don't even live here, fuck. What's your deal?
What's your deal? You're right, though, man.
Like Wayne Gretzky endorsing the Tories, fuck. You don't even live here, Wayne. You haven't been in Canada in 22 years, fuck. All right?
Walter's a good guy. He has a nice cup of coffee in the morning when you roll in, though. Salt of the earth guy.
Who, Walter?
No, Walter's a real. He's the nice guy in the family. He's the number one for sure.
All right. So what else?
Single play bets with Pro. Another one you
Let's
could
make
put
that
in
a policy,
campaign, Morency. Single game bets.
Morency, we got to work that in.
Well, no, don't get me started as far as those dumb senators are concerned. No one opposes that. Nobody opposes single game wagering, but it's fucking ridiculous. But seriously, with the election around the corner, it would be better for Harper just to be gone right now. He's been around long enough.
Yeah, time for that hairdo to take a walk.
Yeah, he's been around long enough.
How come the casinos do the 2 game point spreads then? That's Niagara's little trick. They don't do one, but they go, you can do 2 bangers there. You can't do 3.
They're not ethically against. Like, they're morally against gambling somehow, but not if it's a parlay.
Exactly.
It's to their advantage.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how that works out.
The Zuckerberg will take it, is what they're saying.
The gambling bill was legalized, but the senators, the same senators, it's like that fucker Mike Duffy and Pamela Wallen.
Yeah, they used to all former journalists.
Did you know, though, in the history of the Canadian Senate, they've never vetoed something that was passed by Parliament. Yet they did. So, like, the powers that be, the provincial lottery got to them. But the provincial lottery is going to run it either way. It just goes to show, though, we talk about how, about Harper. Kathleen Wynne is useless. Like, honestly, Proline is the worst lottery in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Ontario, people in Ontario talk about, it's supposed, we're the best, and Toronto is the best. Fuck, it's like a third world here. You're running around streetcars from 1954. We're the best. Like, Proline is fucking terrible, man. Like, it's fucking terrible. I sent them an email telling them, you guys are terrible. Where's your cutting edge technology? How come you don't do this? You don't do that? They're leaving money on the table. Like, it's like taking candy from a baby, Cam, yet they can't do it because they're too useless.
I'm impressed by your political knowledge there, Morency. You're really bringing your A game tonight.
Well, the Liberal government, it's their ineptness. Yeah. It's just...
how do they fuck up that?
They'd rather teach kids how to fucking give a blowjob than fucking, do things right here.
How do you fuck up a refinery deal twice, too? You know how much money these guys leave on the table?
Twice, eh?
Come on, man.
They're
just not cheap deal either, right? Pissing away money, money.
But at least one thing with Trudeau is
his new commercial.
He doesn't want to put people in jail for weed. That's a good start, right? Because Harper's insane, man. Harper wants to put people in jail for a joint and shit. Harper's he thinks it's Texas.
I don't know. The way Justin Trudeau was selling social insurance, I want to get back on that shit. It was fucking. This guy's like, we're gonna do it weekly, whatever. I'm like, what? Really, eh? Morency, it was amazing.
Yeah, they're all.
I'm just listening to Justin Trudeau going, well, keep talking, buddy, because that unemployment insurance talk was great.
They're all offering all kinds of deals. All right, Fred Courier says he's hoping to call in.
I like Freddie. Freddie's huge.
Facility down there in Buffalo.
That's right.
It's huge.
Buffalo.
I used to like, though, when you had the black chick with the huge rack.
Yeah,
saying it's huge. And now, if you got the guy, it's huge.
And the funny thing is, he's not on anymore. He's giving
Speaking of heel
skinny sidekick and the blonde chick, and they're like,
I used to think they were partners, but no, it's big man's the big man.
Yeah. He goes, hey, little guy, go out there and dance.
He doesn't go to the lot all the time anymore, right?
You know what he only does? He only does, hi, everybody, it's me from Fusillo, and I'm now the boss. Buffalo's only steak and seafood. That's what he does. He does the steak stuff.
I know he does. In Buffalo, and now you see he's running his own cruises. Come out and drink some fine Niagara wines on the Fusillo cruise on the Niagara.
You guys need to be doing his commercials.
I don't understand. I told Fred this years ago.
You too.
I'm a Buffalo Bill fan. Come down to Fusillo, Toyota, and Honda, and we'll hook you up. Fuck, go Bills.
Huge.
It's fucking huge. It's going to be a huge win against the Colts.
Huge.
Fucking huge. All right.
Wow, Tops.
We talked about
never stops.
We talked about Orlando being hell on earth.
Oh, fuck,
it's amazing. You see the WWE, they've got their headquarters where they do that TV studio, the next show and shit down there. Somebody was stalking one of the divas, got shot in Orlando.
That's Orlando.
Orlando strikes again. So, of course, Cam Stewart got detained by the police in Orlando, Florida for walking through a drive-thru, which I don't understand. So, is it okay if you're on a skateboard? Like, as you stated, do you need wheels?
Yeah, that's what I say. I don't got wheels. I just want food. I got no wheels, but if you get to the outside, I think you deserve food. I think you get there.
In Montreal, there's a McDonald's with a drive-through, and people walk up to it all the time. But in the States, they're paranoid. You're gonna get you're gonna rob them. But understand, how is it? it'd be easier to rob them in a car. You got no getaway.
Get away if you're fucking walking there.
Well, and honestly, they don't want to get sued.
Counterintuitive.
You could get run over.
Yeah. Here's a travel tip for anybody over the age of 12. If you go to fucking Orlando, you're an idiot. Like that place is honestly, it's for children. Or if you got an uncle or an aunt there who's got a golf course, sure. But other than that, even Ditka, when we met him, Gabe, Orlando was beating him down too. You think I'm red? Coach Ditka looked like a different shade of Chardonnay. He was purple.
Listen, Orlando, Satan thinks Orlando's hot. Even
it's hot.
The devil himself wants out of there. So Cam had the incident at the drive-through. This is a great video that we have here of a drive-through rage-fueled incident in which we've all been there and stuff. Except these chicks took it to another level. Let's check this shit out.
Get out, Quita! Get out, Quita! Quita, get out! Open the door! Come open this door!
Wow. Hey, man, I was hungry, but that's crazy. That's nuts. Whoa!
God bless America.
I know that was the worst. Remember that night because I remember we split up that night and I got busted by the cops, and the best thing was you got busted by the cops too, and we ended up meeting at the same place. Two separate. It was actually in Orlando. Two separate incidents. He was making a scene. I was making a scene, and we both met back at Mike Dicka's lodge.
Yeah, the most unbelievable thing somehow is we both get detained by Orlando police at the same time, and I wasn't handcuffed. But I was in the back of the car.
They put you in the back.
And I asked the guy, I was like, am I under arrest? He's like, no, you're detained. And so imagine telling a cop, and I'm drunk outside of this bar in Orlando, and I wasn't even doing anything. Me and Cam were kind of loud inside of a local establishment. They got freaked out. So I'm standing outside. I'm just trying to get a taxi to go back to Mike Dicka's resort. So we're waiting for the taxi, and fucking cops roll up on me. Orlando Police Department. Nope. Unable to connect to the internet. Is it just this computer? Are we still rolling?
Perfect. Awesome. Just get a little bit scared when you see those messages. Ooh!
I don't know. This computer says we're not connected. All right, this is just our wireless. All right, we got our roadie Hainzer on.
Yeah, Hainzer, there we go,
Hainzer's
buddy.
first appearance. Say hello to everyone here, Hainzer.
What's going on, guys?
Your computer's worse than any of my computers. Man, this computer's rough.
We still need that the other computer for in the budget. That's we've been talking about that one for a while. We need that computer.
Yeah, so imagine telling a cop. So the cop in Orlando is like, where are you from? I'm like, Toronto. He's like, well, what are you doing here? I'm like, I'm with Mike Ditka.
He goes, yeah,
sure you are. He looks at me like I'm fucking crazy. He's like, oh, you're with Mike Ditka. And he puts me in the back of the car. He's like, where are you staying? I'm like, Mike Ditka Resorts. He's like, there's no Mike Ditka Resort. And I'm like, he's like, this isn't looking good for you. And I'm like, he's like, what are you doing here with Mike Ditka? And he's playing along like I'm a crazy guy, right? I'm like, I'm a talk show host. I know Mike Ditka. I was at his golf tournament. He says, so he's like, I've been a cop here for 9 years. There's no Mike Ditka Resorts. So,
you know what the thing is? It's huge.
So
it's got like 150
but
villas.
we
Like,
should note,
how do you
though,
not know it?
Yeah, but no, we should note, though, because it really wasn't his resort. It's like an empty fucking project that they stuck his name up
the
on.
chicks wear Ditka shirts.
I know, but they just do it for a couple of days.
I know, but if you're a cop,
the cop should know.
You gotta be known. Like, you don't think I know what's going on in Mississauga? You don't know what's going on in Toronto?
The cop starts drilling me with football questions.
Who do you like
Because
this
he
week?
thinks I'm just some drunk guy. So I start rattling off, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, you know football." So then, like, we actually drove to the cop station. He didn't bring me in. We drove to the cop station. We were in a parking lot. He fucking went in, talked to the fucking chick inside, found out that Mike Dicker Resorts wasn't really Mike Dicker Resorts, but Mike Dicker rented the place, etc. But even then, he didn't let me go. At that point, he should have said, "All right, you're free to go." But no. He drove me back, fucking made me confirm at the front desk that I was actually there and stuff. They're like, yeah, he's there. Then I got there, and Cam was all alarmed. Cops brought me to the room. We won't get into details about...
let's just say I met a chick, and all she had in her fridge was Coors Light.
Yeah.
There wasn't mustard, ketchup, mayo, not an egg, cheese slice, Coors Light. 6 racks.
So me and Cam don't argue a lot, but we got into an argument in Orlando. So it was like 6 hours later. So Cam's like, "Where the hell have you been?" I was like, "I got detained by Orlando police." And I'm like, "What happened to you?" He's like, "I got detained by Orlando police." And we just started cracking up. What can you argue about after that? We're like, man, and we're both like saying the same thing. Fuck this town, man.
I know.
We're like, I fucking hate this city, Cam. I fucking hate this city with a passion.
They make it look so good on TV too. It's like Orlando fun time, man. It's so for an adult, it blows. There's nothing there. Like people talk about Mississauga. Hey, I'm born in Mississauga. I know it's got a lot of Petro-Canadas and coffee shops, but fucking Orlando, it's worse.
Yeah, Orlando really is. You got to smoke a lot of weed.
That
was a big problem in Orlando. We couldn't find it. We couldn't find it. That's fucking Florida, I swear to God. Like, you remember Miami that night, too?
Oh, yeah.
That's why I ended up getting so drunk, Cam.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't find anything to smoke.
Night,
the only thing I could find to smoke was crack. And I didn't want to smoke crack.
That's what the guy said.
And I hate to admit, we considered it for like 5 minutes.
We did. We're like, no, we
man, all we could get, we came to get crack. And Buddy's like, I got rock if you want.
I'm like,
he's like, try it, it'll be good.
I was actually
We're
really
like, for like 2-3
it.
minutes, we're like, we told him, we're like, all right, hold on a minute. And we're standing there.
Team meeting.
We're in Miami. Team meeting, good time, eh? We're like, no, it's good.
And the worst was,
fuck. I'll just go drink more. I'm like,
we should have bought that rock. And we know the worst is? So me and Morency were at the bar. We're in some high class joint too. With the bar. It was like those snobs from those movies.
So
you know?
It was right out of CSI Miami.
Actually, no, it was it was worse, Morency. It was out of like one of those preppy movies where everyone had their collars up and shit.
It
was out of control.
In Miami.
Oh yeah.
We are fucking beachfront in South Beach.
Most expensive bar.
With like Brazilian models with their asses hanging out and shit. Like a 5-star type place. And like me and Cam were just so frustrated and want to drink. So we're like, yeah, we'll just go in here. And we're a little worried, but we didn't, you can't ask how much a drink is before
we just
you
kept
order.
on going.
So
Heineken,
like double vodka pineapple, double vodka pineapple. They come. It's like, what was this, like $218?
Yeah.
We're like,
we had Heinekens, a couple double vodkas, and I think we celebrated with a shooter. The bill was $282. I think. It was $280. I almost shit myself. I'm like, Morency, our bill's $300. I like literally, even like at the bars around here, we could have got away at least at the worst one under $100.
It was like
$300.
And like the chicks, like, you guys want anything else? We're like, hell no. We're like, we're leaving right now.
Yeah.
We're out of here.
Should we run to the back door, please?
I know.
No, but you're on the beach.
We're on the beach.
Plus, you're in Florida. You get killed, fuck.
With a bunch of He-Mans waiting for you to make a bad move.
You dine and dash in Florida? That's the wrong state to do that, Hainzer.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking Orlando police will shoot you in the back, fuck. You're fucking black, even worse.
Seriously.
You don't want to be screwed.
No.
Cops in Florida are fucking nuts. Cops in New York are pretty bad too, actually. Anytime I go to Bills games up there, those guys are pretty. Those state troopers are pretty uptight, actually. Too.
Well, that's the thing. I never understood when the Seahawks were in the AFC. They were the shittiest team, and I'm wearing a fucking Rick Meyer jersey. Like I already got enough problems, right? I'm rolling in the game with one of the worst quarterbacks ever, and these fuckers are pelting beers, mustard packs, whatever. I'm like, all right, people don't understand, Morency. Buffalo's rough, but it really pissed me off when you got fucking locked up. You got to watch the 4:00 games, and I was sitting there going, "What the fuck? They didn't give me a TV. You're in jail going, yay, I get the 4:00s. Remember that? I'm like, what the fuck? The guy gets kicked out of the stadium. They got a TV for everyone behind bars. I'm waiting in the waiting room. No TV.
This guy, David Gower, says, Morency, you're a sellout. How could you forget that Florida gave us death metal?
Dave Gower.
Did they?
No. Is it debatable?
They didn't. They didn't give it to us. They copied it after. They didn't give it to us. You know who gave us death metal?
So they bootlegged it.
You want to get into a history lesson, David Gower? You know who gave us death metal was Venom. You know, hence the title of the record, Death Metal.
Like Venom, like snake venom.
Yeah, I was in a mid '80s thrash metal band. Yeah. I'm not saying. Listen, if I went on fucking Jeopardy and one of the categories was '80s thrash death metal, I'd do pretty well.
What was Homicide's?
No, I will.
Tune?
I will give you this. I will concede this. It is true. Tampa. That is the good part about Tampa. The one part about Tampa is about Florida is Tampa, actually. Tampa's all right.
Yeah.
Tampa, gave us Nasty Savage. You got like fucking, Gorg, Obituary. There's a ton of those bands. I get it. That's more blast metal. It's not really death metal. That's more of that new blast shit where you can't read the logos of the band's names. Cannibal Corpse, actually from Buffalo, but that style of music.
Buffalo.
That style of music.
Napalm Death.
In Tampa Bay, Florida.
These guys are
There's more strip clubs in Tampa Bay, Florida than there are churches.
That was the best. Hence the title of the record, Death Metal.
Yeah.
as you said.
Yeah,
sorry.
Black metal. Black metal.
So you got to give Ghetto a lot of love there.
Quoted. That's pretty nice.
That's a great quote.
Invented death metal. No, Death didn't invent death metal.
What was
nobody invented anything? Fuck. It's just there, guys.
Nobody invented anything. Fuck.
Yeah, it's music. It's just like you want to. No, the cat. You hate the affliction. You hate the affliction wearing fucking t-shirt guys.
I hate that shit.
All right, but some of these metal guys, they're the fucking worst too.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I hate Megadeth. Fuck, I like Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
Like all these little cliques of different metal.
They try and eat their own, eh? They try and eat their own. If you don't like who I like, then you suck, right?
Lamb of God. They got their fans and everything.
You go to Dave Matthews concert. Listen, I opened up for every band, man. I've fucking been on tour with these bands. I fucking partied with. I've opened up for them. I've been booed by their fans, by them. You name it, I've been by them. All right. So you go to a Dave Matthews show. If you're in a band, you're opening up for Dave Matthews. Dave Matthews fans aren't going there to hate you.
No, they're going there to love you.
Yeah, they're all like,
absolutely.
You're like, I don't know who this Hainzer kid is, but
we'll give him a chance.
Smoking joint, it's all right. It's fun. It's all cool.
No,
you open up. I opened up for Death. Fuck, you open up for Slayer or something. People are like, get off the stage. Fuck you. We want to see Slayer. And like there's. Like metal fans are the fucking worst. And they all stand there like this.
Unimpressed.
Their arms crossed. It's just like people that go to a comedy show that hate comedy.
Yeah.
That's like a metal fan camp. It's like, they hate everything. But if you can win them over, then hey, you're part of the cool kid club. But metal fans, it's an interesting little dynamic.
I even knew that with Pizzola, because Pizzola.
He's a good example.
Very good example.
You're Pizzola.
Yeah. Hey, if you're that band, you can't play as quick. You're a shitty musician.
Show him. This guy's such a fraud.
Here's the thing, Gabe. You're one of the best fucking guitarists in the world. Pizzola's like, he's too slow. Hey, buddy, everything's not a fucking Rush song. Hey, I get it. There's other guys that aren't so technical that are good. There's a way to be good and
according to Pizzola, like Steve Vai is like the only good guy,
Yeah, Pizzola's like, he's always ripping on like fucking other bands. Like some of these guitarists are like top 20 in the world, and the guy's saying they're shit.
I've never been like
fast enough.
I've never been like that. Even like when I was in Corrupted Youth, a punk band in the '80s, I used to go see a Marillion concert, right? Like I listened to NWA, but the guitarist, the Homicide, Brian Donnie with the long hair, he's a typical guy. fucking rap music, fucking noise. Thinking you like fucking Exodus, Venom, Bathory, and Sodom, and you're bitching that rap music is noise. Like you write songs about burning churches down, and like having sex with virgins and like with blood and shit.
Oh.
I can't even say it. No, I can't. Like
this guy's a real vampire, right?
like some of the
Sorry, Brent.
Yeah.
You hung out with some real class acts.
You want to know why I can't run for office? Some of the lyrics of Homicide.
God.
I'm gonna tell you right down to there. Oh yeah, what was it? Rape the heart of a virgin, give it to a ghoul. Any Christian who disobeys is an unwelcome fool. You know, that's pretty deep shit right there. You know what I'm saying?
That is.
Holy fuck. I remember, it's almost like Chris from MIB.
It's intense.
On Sunday morning.
Like Chris from MIB handing some of the fucking sales pitches he gives us. It's like, you can't read this. Same thing. The guy in Homicide used to go, dude, I wrote a new song. I'm like, dude, man, you're talking about like burning a fucking church, man. Like, I'm like, I'm the singer. I can't sing this. It's kind of like the like. He looks at
Great analogy, Morency. Great analogy.
He's like, yeah, it's pretty extreme, eh? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty extreme. It's a little over the top.
It's kind of like the liners that Chris gives us. That was. He's right there.
Top material, man.
He's right there. Do we take a break on this show, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, we'll take a break.
I just need a drink, Morency, and I got to put some aloe vera on. My face is really hot.
All right, we're going to take a break.
It's hot out there.
All right, Jazz says take Hanger's mic away. You're doing a great job.
Yeah,
tonight,
actually, Hanger, I got to be honest with you.
Best performance of the year.
I agree, Hanger. You're bringing it tonight. We're actually proud of you, buddy. You had some good things to say.
Not that we haven't really asked you to do anything.
I like that, though.
Actually, it helps you.
Yeah, it's good.
But you know what? You're 35 minutes in, and you haven't pissed me off.
No, good point.
Yeah, so
Winning.
you found a good medium here tonight. How many beers have you had?
3.
Not too many. Like, three maybe, man.
So that's,
So keep it under 4 tall boys, and everything's
so
cool.
6 is no good
yeah,
for you.
6 and under, I'm good, man.
Yeah, but you're better at 4.
I gotta be honest.
Try not to do 6.
I gotta be honest. Yeah, you choked last week. Cryptopsy.
Never heard of this shit.
Cryptopsy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. Cryptopsy, actually, the singer, I was his influence, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, Montreal, yeah, the original singer of Cryptopsy. Montreal's a big metal town, Cam.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Huge?
Van Gorguts. Well, of course, Voivod's the big kid.
I used to do a chick at Fan Shop. She liked Grim Skunk and Voivod
Skunk, right?
and all
Yeah,
those guys.
yeah.
Grim Skunk, yeah, well.
You're in one of theirs, so you can
all
tell them that one.
You're not a fan of them, are you?
We all got a history with Grim Skunk, right, Morency?
I am a fan of. I like Grim Skunk.
Yeah.
I got to be honest. I did strangle one of them once, but
Maybe deserved it.
well, I found out they wrote a song about me without telling me.
And no royalties.
And they told me it was like Seinfeld. Fuck, I was like Kramer. They wrote a song looking for Gabio. I was Gabio, and I'm like, you guys could have fucking told me. You're right. You wrote a song about me. Then I found out they got like a $50,000 grant to do a video for the song. So I'm like, wow. I should be Gabio in the fucking video. You guys should pay me to be Gabio in the video.
That's
since
legit.
I'm Gabio in real life. And they told me they would. And I got bumped for an actor. Fuck, that played me. Fuck, it's some trendy kid, some skateboarder.
The actor
He was
playing Morency.
He was Gabio.
That's so good. He had an actor playing.
Yeah.
Did you have hair back then?
Yeah.
You had flowing hair.
You had Uriah Faber kid on a skateboard.
Yeah, you used to have people don't know Morency. You used to have long locks.
Oh, it's a full head of hair.
Full head of hair.
Full head of hair. And I never had cataclysm. That's another one. Cataclysm
is from Sherbrooke. These guys are smart, man.
Yeah, we got a lot of metalheads in the house here, huh? Old school. You see
I'm
this?
impressed. Like some of these names, I'm like, what the hell? That's some knowledge there.
Topsy, Obituary, Cannibal. Out of the Quebec ones, Sword sort of started in the earlier days, but they were more like just more normal metal. It was a good metal band from Montreal. Actually, was DBC. Dead Brain Cells?
Dead Brain Cells?
Yeah, they're from...
Quality name.
Yeah, Dead Brain Cells, DBC, yeah, Dead Brain Cells. Yeah. Unfortunately, one of them passed away, actually. Good band. Everyone loves Voivod in Montreal, so says Autopsy. That's another one. You gotta love the names, too, the metal bands. Autopsy, there's another one. Corner. I played with Corner. My band was Homicide. Man, look at the poster. corner homicide.
Corner
You know you're going to a fun room with a bunch of fun guys, eh? Let's go see the Homicide and Corner show.
I was thinking about.
Oh, I played with the band Executioner. Yeah.
I was thinking about you. I was watching CP24 and it said the Killer Dwarfs are in town for one of these days. I thought you might show up to that show,
Yeah,
Morency.
those guys.
They steal.
I like nasty.
Don't bring
Savage
beer.
in Florida. Yeah, the Killer Dwarfs. Yeah, those guys are the best.
Yeah, they like to steal beers.
I partied fucking hard with the Killer Dwarfs, but I can tell you.
You got to impress. They're still touring and giving her, man. That's impressive when you live a hard life like that.
It
man.
doesn't matter at all. Throw it to the wind.
You're the best, Morency.
I don't know the full chorus. It doesn't matter. You remember that song, Hainzer?
I can't hear that. I struggle there.
Hainzer's still up the creek with the band and Neil Young. That's
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
Hainzer loves Neil. Yeah,
Neil Young's got new music out. I
But
saw that
me
the
and
other
Cam
day.
actually have
he
different
still pumps
tastes,
it out.
actually, in Neil Young.
What's that?
Me and Cam actually have totally different tastes. He likes the earlier stuff. I like the later stuff. So
Yeah, I like the
I like it. Roll will never die.
wow, that's pretty commercial tunes. He's got far better tunes
pretty
than that,
old.
okay?
It's old. Yeah. Hainzer's right though. It is commercial.
So in other words, if we want to piss you off, we just got to rip Neil Young.
I wouldn't take kindly to that.
You-
but
you take it
but
personal?
it would happen. I mean, Pizzoli did it all the time. I didn't really give a fuck, so whatever.
I gotta be honest.
But yeah, he's a
I know you like metal and shit, but not every other type of music blows, eh? Like, you know what I mean? like it was like, I get you like Lamb of God. It was Lamb of God or nothing, or you had to be a fucking guy playing at 200 miles an hour. It's like, well, they're okay, whatever you say, man.
All right,
you're the boss.
Let's go to a break and check out Cam's great streeters and find out about the 5 people over at Juju Joints.
Yeah, why not,
The
eh?
people over at Remo. Don't forget about the treasure hunt on October the 31st. That's right.
High
So
Park,
we'll be
high
back.
noon.
So we got a shorter show here this evening.
But we're gonna pack it all in.
And then after, we're going to cut a tape for various different reasons that, you know, no need to get into here. You know, hey, like Killer Dwarf says, it doesn't matter at all. We'll be right back.
All right, how you doing? Rick here from Juju Joints. I'm here to show you the most important step, and that's the actual extraction of the THC out of the cannabis. So we've taken the buds, we've ground them up, and now we're going to put them in here under 5,000 pounds of pressure with pure liquid CO2. The liquid CO2 is going to act like a solvent. It's going to pull the THC out of the product. It's going to run it through the system, and it'll deposit it in these chambers. Each chamber is run at a separate temperature and pressure, but this is where we'll pull out the terpenes, the THC, and the waxes that we want to discard. So this is the most important step. This is what makes our product so different from BHO and other products you're going to buy that may or may not have leftover petrochemicals. Thanks a lot. All right, how you doing? Rick here from Juju Joints. I'm here to show you the most important step, and that's the actual extraction of the THC out of the cannabis. So we've taken the buds, we've ground them up, and now we're going to put them in here under 5,000 pounds of pressure with pure liquid CO2. The liquid CO2 is going to act like a solvent. It's going to pull the THC out of the product. It's going to run it through the system, and it'll deposit it in these chambers. Each chamber is run at a separate temperature and pressure, but this is where we'll pull out the terpenes, the THC, and the waxes that we want to discard. So this is the most important step. This is what makes our product so different from BHO and other products you're going to buy that may or may not have leftover petrochemicals. Thanks a lot.
My name is Marcus, and I'm one of the co-founders of Juju Joints based in Seattle, Washington. A Juju Joint is an electronic-based product that allows you to enjoy cannabis in a discreet and fashionable way.
Hi, I'm Joe Good, product manager for Juju Joints, and I've been with the company since the very beginning. A Juju Joint is a fully contained CO2 vaporizer. It's the smallest one on the market, hands down. We designed it from the ground up.
We've got a really unique device where we use supercritical CO2 cannabis oil. So it's the purest oil you can get on the market. You just have to pick it up and pop. I'm Ranger, I'm with Juju Joints. I guess you'd call me the product developer. I've been working on this thing for about 18 months, and I think we've come up with one of the more unique devices to hit the cannabis market.
In my 20 years of owning clubs and promoting concerts, I've always found that cannabis is an experience enhancer. Juju Joints makes that easier and more discreet. No fumbling with a bunch of pieces, no ashy mess, just take a hit and you're good.
With Juju Joints, it's all vapor, there is no smoke. Therefore, the smell will dissipate very quickly.
If you wanted to compare this to other products, all right, there's flowers, there's edibles, and there's concentrates. Edibles are going to take about an hour, hour and a half to get into your system, all right, and you don't really know how it's going to come on. Now, flour is more instantaneous, right? But you have all the hassles of packing it, grinding it, putting it together. The thing with Juju Joints is it'll come on just slightly slower. I'd say give it 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes at the max. And then you're good to go. You can self-maintain at whatever level of euphoria and happiness you want for yourself.
The taste of a Juju Joint is pretty mild. You get a very faint taste of marijuana, but overall it doesn't taste like a whole lot. When you exhale that puff, you're not getting that traditional hassle of, oh, everyone knows I'm smoking weed.
Juju Joints were designed for the ultimate ease of use. After your 150 puffs, you can dispose of it anywhere batteries are recycled.
There's no lighter, there's no smoke, there's no matches, there's no grinder, there's no leftover, there's no bong water. It's just pure enjoyment of cannabis.
The best way to find out about Juju Joints is at www.jujujoints.com.
What can I help you with, bro?
Oh, hello. I'm looking for some purple kush and hash brownies.
Excuse me?
You know, the plant that grows out of the ground.
We only stock the liquid alternative. You know, the kind that leads to violence, social problems, the occasional gruesome death.
It's 2014, man. And you're telling me I have no other choice but to consume these dangerous products?
Dangerous as they may be, they are legal. I tell you what, you looked like a peach cider man when you came in first, but there are some beers over there. They're closer.
Why don't we try one of these old suddaroonies, eh?
Put it down. Put it down, put it down, put it...
Oh.
Okay, get out. You gotta get out.
You
Come on.
sick bastard.
Ooh.
You support these liquor companies
Out.
without any care for your fellow man.
All right, get the fuck out. You gotta go.
What's this? Marijuana seeds? And so many different strains. I think I'm gonna take one of everything.
Crop King Seeds. World-class cannabis seeds. Available online or in stores.
No, he might be doing something for a suit company, but but not Crop King Seeds.
Yeah, I don't think you should do it to Crop King. Although you could be a Crop King, I hear, Cam. 10-1 for the Boston Red Sox. You like the Sox tonight?
Yeah, I don't like to tell people because they were like, oh, bet me against the Jays and stuff, but I thought it was a real fishy line tonight. You know, Boston, they lost that heartbreaker the other night. The Jays are still awesome, but don't get me wrong. Hutchison is a gas can, and I don't care if you're a Blue Jay fan, you're going to call me, okay, whatever. Have you seen this guy, Gabe? When he has bad innings, they blow up bad. And I'll tell you something, he won't be pitching, and this team goes to the playoffs, he won't be there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's it.
Sorry.
So we're gonna see.
I'm a big fan, and I really cheer for everybody, but I'm just being real. The guy's been absolutely brutal lately.
We're going to see what Stroman brings to the table.
Stroman will bring something to a lot more to the table, I'm thinking.
So, Al the Exterminator isn't here this evening, but shout out to our boy
Al. Squirrel job. I don't know where he is, but we miss him.
I think Al would like this story next. And this is a story of your own heart. You're a big rib guy.
I love ribs.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get Hustler on the show here this evening. We thought Hustler was going to join us.
Is he a rib king?
But Hustler's got his own little competitive eating thing going on. Like he had Joey Chestnut on. Like he has all the eaters on. Who's the new guy that beat him there? What's his name? Mick something.
I know you're talking. I can't get the name.
I forget the kid's name there. They're the new kid on the block. He's the new guy. Pretty crazy story. Joey Chestnut told a story the other day about how he was having sex with a chick. He picked up a chick. They get groupies, right? Competitive eaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he picked up a chick. Competitive eating, but it was after a burrito competition.
Oh, no,
so
no.
You know where this is going?
No, I don't.
You know where this is going?
Yes, I do.
So basically, he went back. He went back to the hotel. He was having sex.
Mick O'Regan.
Yeah, what's that?
Mick O'Regan. You're talking about, right? The competitive eater Mick O'Regan.
I don't know what the hell you're saying. That's not his name.
What, the guy who beat Chestnut? Mick O'Wright?
No. Mick O'Regan.
Yeah, Mick O'Regan.
Yeah.
Mick O'Regan?
That sounds made up, too.
That's not who won.
Find out if he's wrong or not.
Can you even talk? Like, what the hell are you? I don't even understand what you're saying.
Let's see what he's got here. Nathan's hot dog contest. Yeah, who do we got this year?
Matt Stoney.
Matt Stoney.
Okay, that's the guy's name. So what were you saying?
Mick O'Regan. Where did you? Wow.
Looked what up?
Competitive eater and Mick. I did a Google search.
No, but his name's Matt Stoney.
Yeah, that's
Hazer,
crucial.
like Gabe like Hazer, I love you. But literally, like Gabe went to Wikipedia and got the result. Like you just gave us a fucking made up name of some Irish drunk. Like who is this guy? Like you just made it up.
You can tell you're like
no, but I'm just saying. Now I wonder every time we worked at the Score and he produced shit. Like how much fucking wrong information if you didn't double check it.
I gotta be honest, Hazer.
I
gotta be honest.
I'm baffled right now.
Holy
fuck! You it doesn't end with you.
The fact that you worked at a national television network is a lot like Kramer working at that place without any business experience at all, in which it's like it's a miracle. Like, how did it end for you there? Were you let go in advance, or like what happened, or did you go down with the ship? What happened at the end?
He got gassed before Sportsnet came in. I think.
Yeah, but I went down with the ship when radio got shut down. I was gassed, right? I did good work up until that point. I was failing my way to the top, brother.
He actually was Morency.
What happened?
I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah, what happened?
He was good with rapid fire.
I was really good, man.
Yeah, he goes.
No, you used to be sharper.
Yeah, he said, "Hello, fellas," and you have like a couple
what
things.
Happened? Yeah, what happened? Like, what's
so beat down, brother? So beat down.
Life is just worn you out.
I'm like a human anvil, man. Fucking every day.
Yeah, what's it, the paint fumes? You're working in renovation.
Yeah,
and stuff?
bad renos.
Oh yeah, some of those. Yeah, for sure.
9 to 5 grind.
Epidose, fucking. Yeah.
It's hard work, man. I work construction for my brother. It's a young man's game. Hainzer's too.
Look
at me and Hainzer too, eh? We got like we're not the healthiest guys on the world. We both have huge paunches. Like you got to carry that thing around in the heat. That sucks.
I know.
Trust me, walking around as a fat guy in the heat is the worst.
What you're saying is, if we let you go, then I could just picture Hainzer like. One of those taverns, with the old guys with the nose and like.
Oh, with the big, with the blood vessels? Yeah.
Drinking beer with the tomato juice in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Like that, like those guys.
Hi, I'm Hainzer for Cherry Blossoms.
You know those guys, right?
You know those cherry blossoms?
Yeah.
Actually, there's a guy, Morency, at Shoeless Joe's. He's got the best cherry blossom. It's like he's got 3 noses and they got different veins and stuff, and he plows money on the ponies, man. Every afternoon, wasted drinking Molson Export. At least 10, 15 minimum.
All right, so just for the record.
Love the horse players. Sorry.
I remember saying Mick O'Regan is an Irish folk rock singer. He's not even a competitive eater.
He's not even a competitive eater.
Let me just look up Mick O'Regan.
I just don't know where he got the name from. Where did you?
Mick O'Regan.
Mick O'Regan looks like a just big Irish drunk, right? Oh, he's ABC National News.
Mick O'Regan, homepage,
okay.
singer-songwriter from Cork, Ireland. What the fuck are you talking about,
This
Hazel?
guy.
Here's Mick O'Regan.
Welcome to Mick's place.
I'm not really sure, like...
No, Mick O'Regan's like a famous guitarist of a band, I think,
Like,
man.
so how do you... So first off, you got the name wrong. Secondly, how do you have an Irish folk singer as a competitive eater? Like, where's the connection here?
I told
Like, it could not be more like...
I know, sorry.
Like, are you just like, you know, like... when you were saying the name, it sounded like you were making it up.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't... Like, you were like mumbling it. Michael Rumor. Like, Michael Rumor. We're like, who? What are you trying to say? Mick O'Regan.
I'm just surprised.
He's an Irish folk singer.
I just don't understand why you didn't just look it up and get the proper name instead of throwing something
But I
else.
see Mick O'Regan.
Like, you're so lazy, you couldn't even go to the Wikipedia page.
It took me 7 seconds.
It's awesome.
We have
So
another.
good.
We got another Mick O'Regan. ABC Radio National News, Australia. Host of the Sports Factor.
Hey, jolly good show, mate.
Looks like a, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, Mick O'Regan. Also, not a competitive eater.
No.
All right. What other Mick O'Regans do we have in the world here that aren't competitive eaters?
Media consultant.
Media consultant, actors, Spotify. I don't
that's
see
actually how
anything associated with hot dogs here.
Mick O'Regan talking to the big league. Here's another activity regarded by some as a sport and others as a health risk, competitive eating. But obviously, he's not a competitive eater. He was calling it out, probably.
Yeah, you know what?
I should have looked at that. That's probably crucial.
I don't know. You get like special bags. Like, does MIB have special medicinal weed?
What, the Hainzer strain?
Yeah, like that helps like people with real problems.
That just basically.
I need some of the same shit.
I don't know if
I'm missing out here.
Basically,
like, are you smoking some sort of extra crystal chronic that I'm unaware of? Like, is there a super weed or something that I haven't seen?
If the weed turns into scissors and cuts everything in his head, in his cranium, that's the strain that he's on.
Yeah, he's like
it's cranium cutters.
It's like Mo, my favorite team, the Denver Broncos. I've always been a fan of the Atlanta Falcons. Who's your favorite competitive eater? Mick O'Regan. Mick O'Regan, fuck. I can't get over this.
I think it's all. I know. I love it now. I can't even get mad at this guy anymore. I just love him, man. He's unreal. Like, just everything.
Fact,
everything's
true.
wrong, made up.
Like Marshawn
so
Lynch
good.
has his own strain of weed. We need like the Hainzer strain. Fuck, extra strong.
Oh, it's super.
Yeah, helps the mentally challenged.
It's super chronic.
You know, is your son mentally challenged? You need the Hainzer strain. We could just sort of have you stumbling and bumbling around, and then show you.
You can't run for politics if you're making these jokes. Come on, Gabe. I thought we were turning over a new leaf.
Yeah, I'm not sure what party would have you. Well,
you, brother, not me.
My political career is dead before it started.
The Green Party, I'm done too. I've said, like, good luck running for office. Like, we're all done. Even Oliver, our IT guy's done enough.
All right, people believe you're smoking crystal meth, actually.
I hate that drug. It's
Sorry. The comment board says you're adding crystal meth to your joints. I would defend you. I gotta be honest with you. I think they're on to something.
Yeah, I would defend you, but you sound like you're taking bath salts. You're mumbling.
You should name the strain Mick O'Regan. I gotta admit, I like the comment board tonight. It's fucking strong.
What is a strong amount of THC in weed, anyways? I don't know. Like
2%.
Jazz is a crop king in BC. What?
I think it's like 20% these days.
No, but I'm just saying, when you get the Juju joints, they have like 1.41, 1.62.
It's like alcohol. It's a beer. Yeah.
No, the big one is 2. 2 for that. Yeah,
2%.
Yeah, 2%'s right, Jazz.
So like it's like that beer, fucking Fandom from Montreal.
Yeah, 10%. You know what I mean?
End of the world.
Yeah, I know that
You're
one.
smoking some like end of the world weed, aren't you? The Mick O'Regan strain.
I suppose.
The Hainzer strain.
Marcy, I used to
I'm
drink
dead
with Hainzer
serious.
too.
If you are a weed grower out there, you need to grow some super kush to help my boy Hainzer. And we call it the Hainzer strain.
Okay, I'll be the guinea pig for that.
Why not?
Sign up. Why not? Yeah.
Another thing is, Gabe, I drank with Hainzer a lot too. He doesn't like those
22%.
4%. He doesn't.
Yeah, I was
No.
gonna say 2%. 2%'s like that old Woodstock hippie shit.
No. I'm talking about in the numbers
Juju
on the
Joints.
side
Yeah,
of
the
the
beers.
of the Juju joints. I'm not talking about real weed. I'm talking about that.
Yeah,
those,
so
like,
what
that
about
stuff.
the new? What's the average new chronic, anyways?
I think it's like 20% THC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the old Woodstock shit, the old dirt weed.
That was like 7, maybe.
Any dirt weed.
Kaif, yeah.
Hey, dirt weed's better than no weed, you know. But
You're a guy who likes to save, Morency. You still throw tobacco in your joints. You don't care.
So do I.
More.
Or are you smoking that synthetic marijuana?
No way, man.
You know that synthetic stuff makes people do crazy shit, Hainzer. Be careful with that stuff. Be running around naked on King Street.
We'll stay off that shit.
What was that beer you were drinking too? Fax me my resume, but it's FAXE. It's 10%.
Facts. No, I don't drink the 10% one, brother.
I know you came over to my house in Mississauga. You were bringing some big guns to the table there before.
I never a 10% beer. That's terrible.
You could not possibly fucking have a better beer for you than fax, fax my resume.
Fax me my resume.
Well, you would know how to use a fax machine.
That's a good point.
I don't need to
I
anymore,
tell
do
you,
it?
If I was like stuck like in fucking Iran or something like that, and I needed somebody to get a fax through, I don't think it would be you. I would trust. Except I'm not great either. I see we got our poor boy Jazz.
What about
Jazz? Unfortunately had to go away for 6 months. If you know what I'm saying.
I don't like that.
So Jazz called me. I got to accept the charges.
You accept the charges.
So it's like, all right, do you accept the charges? So the first couple of times, I'm like, yes, all right, yeah, I accept the charges. Except the problem is, if you hit number 2, you don't. It's like it bans the person. Because, maybe, someone has moved on, like a girl or something, doesn't want, hey, baby, you're fucking someone else. It's like, so you can ban the dude's number. I banned Jazz.
That's horrible.
Yeah, my phone fucking froze and stuck, and poor Jazz. Yeah, Jazz is calling me every week. Sorry about that, Jazz. So, because I figured I would bring that up. I'm a technical idiot. It wasn't me. It was my stupid phone. It froze.
I got to be honest with you.
It froze.
I got to be honest with you, Morency. You're good with a lot of things, man. You get the fucking shittiest, cheapest ass phones.
Oh,
They never answer. I call you, texts don't go through. I'm on Win Mobile. I don't know what fucking place you're on, but
Mobilicity.
They're brutal too. They suck.
Well, now
they're bottom of the
Mobilicity.
barrel.
Yeah, Mobilicity.
Okay, well, they blow. They suck.
Yeah, I know. They're not.
And I'm on Win, so we should parlay our shit fucking.
They're both the same.
Oh yeah, they are. They're both brutal.
They're both.
You get the Barry. You go, hello.
They're both the no contract type of deal. You get what you pay for in this world.
You go month to month.
You get what you pay for. We get a no contract phone, and we
get a
pay
broadcast.
Hainzer.
We get no contract show.
We pay. Yeah, synthetic weed. That shit's tearing America
Do I
apart
look
right
like
now.
Brock Lesnar?
You could be Brock Lesnar's red-haired brother.
Like that, though. I know, Hainzer.
You got the same
I went a
haircut.
little bit low. Want to know why? Because I don't want to see my barber every
You
4
do.
weeks. I want to make it 8 weeks. I like to save money because he does my beard. He goes real
That's
low
fair.
on my back hair.
You look like you look like a thinner Brock Lesnar.
a friendlier Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
I hope.
yeah, you look like sort of a thinner Brock Lesnar, like at the end of his career, sort of happy. You're all jolly
see,
now.
Jazz agreed with me. He said Gabe's cheap with his phone. See, that's good. I like when the people agree.
He is so cheap with his phones. What do you think? Jazz says I go to.
You're ripping Hainzer. We got to rip you
Jazz,
for something. You rip me.
Jazz says
We should
I go
rip
to
Jazz.
Chinatown.
Jazz, guy gets.
Well, you got a problem with Chinatown, Jazz? What, are you anti-Asian? What's your deal?
You get the no contract show. Hey, Herman Hurd, will the Steelers cover? Stay tuned. We'll have that information for you a little bit later on in the show.
Yeah, the Steelers. I don't know. I don't think they're going to cover. To be
Actually,
honest.
I think my crystal ball's telling me Patriots by 16.
Yeah, I think the Patriots are going to cover the number. Actually, and you know me, I don't like the Patriots,
and I don't like laying. I don't like laying 7 points either.
Yeah. So listen, we got a video though we were going to show. Actually, I started about the competitive eating stuff. Because I know you're a man that likes your barbecue and your ribs, Cam. But do you like your ribs enough to run back into a burning house to get them? Actually, is the key. Like this dude. Let's check this out. All right, you guys did a great job for the first 55 minutes this evening. Well, here's the video. But it stops.
There's no audio. Oh, okay.
Are we running the video anyways without the audio?
Wow, so that's a lot of ribs.
But
that's a big rib.
That's a big.
The premise is that this guy's house burned down. He saved his family and went back in for the ribs.
That's a pretty big rib. That's how much is that rib? That's like fucking $30 right there. That's a big ass rib.
That's a double rack. God rest Jukesie's soul. But
that was a good time.
I'll tell you something, people. For if you love ribs, our buddy Jukesy, before he passed away, me and Gabe went down to Mississippi for.
Real
you want to talk about an epic 4-day bender? Like we got pretty fucked up in Vegas, but I'll tell you. We went to a Mississippi State LSU game, partied the night before. We had tubs and tubs and tubs of drinks, double pigs on the grill.
You're forgetting about us getting shit-faced at the airport in Memphis.
Forgot about that, too.
Yeah, we got real.
What a party that was,
real loaded.
I missed you.
I swear to God,
so
like
what a great guy.
We turned a plane into a party plane, and even the stewardess is like this. Remember, she spilt. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was
like,
tough.
The waitress. We actually drank so much vodka on a plane that they were out of vodka. And most stewardesses would tell you, like, all right, you guys are cut off. Like, you drank all the vodka. She's like, but we got some rum, honey. And, it was this black chick. We're like, bring rums. Everyone's sort of looking, and then we're breaking people down on the plane. People are looking over us. I wasn't going to have a drink, guys, but you guys are having such a great time over there. So remember, the whole back of the plane is partying and stuff. Me and Cam are like loud as hell. Everything you're not supposed to do on a plane. Another drink. Hey, we're loud and shit. And then the stewardess fucking spills the fucking drink on me. So it looks like I pissed myself. Like literally. But I got a $250 voucher for it, actually.
Yeah, I remember that.
A great chick.
That pays off.
I'm all drunk. She's like, I'll get you another
Was
drink.
that United?
Yeah, it was
United. Yeah, I remember. Because I'm like, hey, United, you handing these things out like, hey, she's like, no, you settled down there, Red. It just went on your buddy there. Because I was trying to get it. I was like,
I get a voucher too? And she's like, wow, it didn't spill on you.
Yeah, that was wild.
Because I was like, come on, hey, Sharon, are we going to do something about this? She's like, yeah.
You know what the worst is, too? We were getting so fucked up, and I had the window seat, and you know what you don't see very many plane accidents or whatever. A plane flew literally like feet from us with the wings, and we were wasted. But when you see another plane go like right by your plane, and it's real close, I mean real close. Like, I remember that, Morency? That was fucking nuts. That flight was fucked.
Yeah.
I'm still scared, man. Like, when I fly, I think about that flight, because we got fucked up. Plane almost hit us. It was really no over roads. This is not bullshit.
The
this is real.
Score was the fucking cheapest network in the history of networks when it came to travel.
Yeah, they're brutal.
Like, they'd book you on death traps.
Yeah.
Like literally whatever the cheapest. Like, they didn't care about layovers. I remember telling Gentili, I was like, dude, it took us 17 hours to get there.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, we saved $107.
You didn't get the read. Gabe did like a one-on-one. And the thing was, if you did a one-on-one, like, they should have been going, wow, we sent you late. We went to fucking Bojangles Chicken and Biscuits in Charlotte. Remember the NASCAR Hall of Fame? I almost bought an M&M's coat, and you were like, hey, I'm partial to Mountain Dew. Remember the
M&M's coat? Yeah, that would have been so bad.
Morency's M&M. Morency's like, should I do it, Cam? You know the word?
I wish I would have.
You know what the best line was? You gave me, you go, it's one of those coats. If it was just $50, he goes, $220. You were like, $225 US. It's an M&M's coat. It's pretty cool. But he couldn't bow down for it because it was
True, you're a NASCAR guy. Yeah. True, you're a NASCAR guy.
Buy the fucking coat, man.
I was gonna buy the Kyle Busch M&M jacket.
I want to buy that Mountain
Dew NASCAR M&M stuff.
It looked awesome.
I remember I even tried it on. It was all brown. I tried it on in the store, and it was right out of a movie. Buddy in the store is like, that's great on you, buddy.
You know what? I got to be honest with you.
M&M jacket.
I got to be honest, Gabe. Not many people can pull off an M&M's coat, but you look fucking good in it. Like, you actually look like, hey, man, I fucking work for M&M's, you fucking sons of bitches. Buy M&M's. Like, you look good in it. And I would put
Hainzer wore an M&M coat, he'd look like him in M&M.
I agree.
You really do. You're like a white M&M. Yeah, it really is. Like, your body's even like an M&M fuck.
Yeah, it's perfect.
We could do an M&M commercial. We're like the mobsters and we chop you up. Fuck. That'd be great. You're an M&M. It's unbelievable.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
For the show, anything, guys.
Poor Hainzer.
Morency, know what the thing is, Morency? What happened, eh? Know what it is? Like, because Hainzer aims to please, and he's trying so hard at the start. And tonight, he was almost like that pitcher with nothing to lose. Like, he wasn't going to go down. No. He wasn't going to go down to AAA. He was good at the start, Very confident on the balcony, confident talking to Chris from MIB. You had your swagger tonight, and the minute Morency kind of like,
I'll tell you exactly what
got in your grill, you went,
you know what it is, Cam?
Party's over.
It's like a pitcher.
It is.
It's like a pitcher in baseball. Hainzer was pitching really well.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking to him in the dugout. It's like a guy with a no-hitter. Hainzer, we weren't involved with him too much. He was just cruising along, doing his thing. Everything was good. And then it's like we brought it up. Hey, great job. You've only given up 2 hits tonight.
Yep.
And then suddenly in the next inning, you got
bomb. Everything was hit into the monster.
You got hit hard.
Like the Jays tonight. They got hit hard.
We're nearly ready to go to the bullpen.
Yeah, we are.
All right. We better take one last break here.
NASCAR jackets are gangster. They are, man. People don't understand. Certain people, like Eric Cohen, Cohen the same way.
He looked cheesy.
No, that's the thing. Because he'd have that big, that big Ralph Lauren polo, not the like small horse, but the one that looks like a gigantic fucking thoroughbred.
Here's a token of my appreciation, Jukesy.
Jukesy, as a token of my appreciation, I would love to give you this free NASCAR. Hey. Cohen, you got the shirt from the vendor outside the MMA
but I've said it before, there's certain baseball jerseys that are great, but they don't work. It's like the Houston Astros jersey, the old striped one. Very, very good. Looks better on black people than white people.
That's a great point.
It just is. It's one of these.
It's true, actually.
You're a white guy. You got the orange Astro shit. It's just. It's not. You know.
I don't know. I got away with my Colorado Rockies jersey, and it's ugly.
But I got to tell you, the new Ricky Fowler golf shirt is pretty nicely there.
That's what money buys.
People have noticed.
Hey, Chris from MIB sees me wear 2 shirts, the plaid one and the blue one. I got added a third to the rotation. Thank you, Ricky.
Right, so
I love you, Ricky.
If you want the Mick O'Regan.
Mick O'Regan, competitive eater strain.
October 31st in Hyde Park. So we'll take a break and we'll come back and wrap things up.
Mick O'Regan.
I know what you're talking about.
Mick O'Regan. Hainzer, you've.
What can I help you with, bro?
Oh, hello. I'm looking for some purple kush and hash brownies.
Excuse me?
You know, the plant that grows out of the ground.
We only stock the liquid alternative. You know, the kind that leads to violence, social problems, the occasional gruesome death.
It's 2014, man. And you're telling me I have no other choice but to consume these dangerous products?
Dangerous as they may be, they are legal. I tell you what, you looked like a peach cider man when you came in first, but there are some beers over there. They're closer.
Why don't we try one of these old cideroonies, eh?
Put it down. Put it down. Put it down. Put it. Okay, get out. You gotta get out. Come on.
Sick bastard. Ooh. You support these liquor companies without any care for your fellow man.
All right, get the fuck out. You gotta go.
What's this? Marijuana seeds? And so many different strains. I think I'm gonna take one of everything.
Crop King Seeds. World-class cannabis seeds. Available online or in stores.
You've probably heard of e-cigarettes, but what about e-joints?
You have so much more control with our product than you do with a flower-based joint.
There's weed oil in this little contraption, and it vaporizes when you inhale.
There's a little atomizer inside this unit. There's about 150 puffs in each stick.
It's a growing trend in marijuana smoking circles, especially in states where the drug is legal, like here in Washington. But the company says the goal is not to attract the biggest potheads. Check out this YouTube ad from Juju Joints.
And laugh and smile and say we're lucky to be alive.
What we try to market to is that mass consumer who really wants to enjoy cannabis without having a bunch of other paraphernalia, smoke, smell. We have everyone from soccer moms to concert goers.
You can barely smell the vapor, but Juju doesn't actually make the weed oil itself.
We have decided strategically to not actually be in the marijuana business, but to sell the device around it.
And it's working as a business. They're expanding into Nevada and Oregon, other states where recreational or medical marijuana is legal. As the movement grows, marijuana oils are expected to be a big part of it. So we wanted to see how the oil is made. Is it safe? And what are the effects? We traveled to Raymond, Washington, an old logging town, now home to the largest marijuana producer in the state, BMF.
We have 13 grow rooms in different stages. We control the lighting, humidity, temperature. We're harvesting approximately once a week. About 80% goes into flower and 20% goes into oil products. I think the market is headed towards more marijuana oil.
And it's made in this room. The plant is ground up. And yes, they use a blender. Then the oil gets extracted out of the plant using CO2 under high pressure. The result is an oil that is 30 to 70% THC, the psychoactive chemical that makes you feel high. That level is 2 to 6 times higher than you would find in a traditional joint.
Juju Pens supplies us with the cartridges. We load the marijuana oil into those. We can fill over 1,000 pens a day. Basically, we are selling it as fast as we can make them.
Selling them to retail stores, like Green Theory in Bellevue, Washington, which has a variety of e-joints or vape pens.
Our Atlas is the Juju Joint. Kind pen, the Riff pen, even has a handy stylus on the end for our business executives. They're becoming a much bigger part of our business every day, actually. The fact that they're usually more potent than just a straight marijuana, and it doesn't notify people that are using it. Obviously, discretion is a great part of why people are using these.
And those two exact points, potency and discretion, worry addiction researchers like Meg Haney.
Daily cannabis use can produce addiction. People who use very regularly do have a very difficult time stopping. Lady Gaga came out and said she had an addiction to marijuana, and my phone started ringing off the hook because nobody heard of such a thing before.
Haney says vaporizing high THC level oils is uncharted waters.
It's unlike anything we've ever studied in the laboratory, and it's a much higher potency than most marijuana. Repeated use of very potent marijuana, it's an unknown.
And it's what many millennials are consuming.
It's the way of the future. Most of the younger people that come in here in their 20s and 30s are familiar with these. They know how to use them and they want more.
You've probably heard of e-cigarettes.
My name is Marcus, and I'm one of the co-founders of Juju Joints based in Seattle, Washington. A Juju Joint is an electronic-based product that allows you to enjoy cannabis in a discreet and fashionable way.
Hi, I'm Joe Good, product manager for Juju Joints, and I've been with the company since the very beginning. A Juju Joint is a fully contained CO2 vaporizer. It's the smallest one on the market, hands down. We designed it from the ground up.
We've got a really unique device where we use supercritical CO2 cannabis oil. So it's the purest oil you can get on the market. You just have to pick it up and pop. I'm Ranger, I'm with Juju Joints. I guess you'd call me the product developer. I've been working on this thing for about 18 months, and I think we've come up with one of the more unique devices to hit the cannabis market.
In my 20 years of owning clubs and promoting concerts, I've always found that cannabis is an experience enhancer. Juju Joints makes that easier and more discreet. No fumbling with a bunch of pieces, no ashy mess, just take a hit and you're good.
With Juju Joints, it's all vapor, there is no smoke. Therefore, the smell will dissipate very quickly.
If you wanted to compare this to other products, all right, there's flowers, there's edibles, and there's concentrates. Edibles are going to take about an hour, hour and a half to get into your system, all right, and you don't really know how it's going to come on. Now, flour is more instantaneous, right? But you have all the hassles of packing it, grinding it, putting it together. The thing with Juju Joints is it'll come on just slightly slower. I'd say give it 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes at the max. And then you're good to go. You can self-maintain at whatever level of euphoria and happiness you want for yourself.
The taste of a Juju joint is pretty mild. You get a very faint taste of marijuana, but overall it doesn't taste like a whole lot. When you exhale that puff, you're not getting that traditional hassle of, oh, everyone knows I'm smoking weed.
Juju Joints were designed for the ultimate ease of use. After your 150 puffs, you can dispose of it anywhere batteries are recycled.
There's no lighter, there's no smoke, there's no matches, there's no grinder, there's no leftover, there's no bong water. It's just pure enjoyment of cannabis.
The best way to find out about Juju Joints is at www.jujujoints.com.
Welcome back, although it's a new beginning here right now. We told you over the last couple of weeks we're kind of tinkering with the formats, the schedules. It's football season. Everything's coming together at once. Me and Cam are going to be doing a new show over at the Fantasy Sports Network in prime time starting next week. We'll have more information about that for you in the coming days. Watch the Fantasy Sports Network right there. But now we're going to switch gears. We like to have some fun on the MIB show, Red Heat and Rage. So we're going to focus in more right now on the football games, talk some sports. It's 420 Sports, actually. I think it's a fitting title, 420 Sports. We've created a YouTube page over at 420 Sports. And Chris from MIB believes that he's the best prop bettor in America. And
I know he's Greek, but he's talking like Jimmy. He's talking like Jimmy the Greek.
We're going to find out whether he's Jimmy the Greek or not. So he's going to give his weekly props. Me and Cam will give some picks, and we'll talk some football.
Actually,
Brian Blessing's actually going to join us a little bit later here this evening as well.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I'm going to lay it out there, Morency, because I do the dumb shit. Remember when we used to work together? I was the guy who ate the dog bones. I was the guy that did all the dumb shit. If Chris goes perfect on his props, what do you want me to do? Do the shirt? Now, people probably don't want to see me naked, but,
we don't need to
but anyway, come up with something I'll do. I'll eat. You know what? I'll have some more milk bones on the show because I'm partial to milk bones anyway. Hey, Chris, here's the thing. If you go perfect on your props because you're Jimmy the Greek, I'll eat milk bones on the show, and then you can come on the other show and tell everybody they'd be fools not to bet your picks.
Give me 3 hours of man on the street if I'm ready tomorrow night. All right, so listen. We've got,
side deals.
We've got.
I don't know about that one.
We got a TV show on at 11 o'clock now on Rogers Channel 499.
Good point.
It's 10:22 right now. We won't take another break. We'll blast through here. 38 minutes of football talk. Brian Blessing will join us. We'll get some picks from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Would you call me crazy if I had the Patriots as my suicide pick? What do you do this week?
People are asking about this.
I know. I did take the Patriots as my suicide pick.
It's a tough week. I don't think it's crazy. I think the New England Patriots are a good survivor pick. I think the Green Bay Packers are the most obvious survivor pick.
I don't like taking road teams.
No, you don't want to lay 7, but they're not going to lose to the Bears.
No, they're not losing to the Bears.
They're not going to actually lose to the Bears.
Yeah.
Brian Blessing will join us. We're going to play that video actually as well. But we won't play it right now, actually. Hang in there, Oliver. But get it ready for a little bit later when Blessing joins us. Call Blessing in about 8 minutes there, Haynes. We'll get him on at 10:30 here Eastern. Let's say, Cam, you saw the video. We talked about it. People are debating it online. People are debating it across America right now, whether they should be charged or not. But we'll get to that in a minute. Let me load up week 1. And I'll give you my thoughts. You get me and Cam's thoughts on every game here. We'll blast through them from a point spread point of view, as well as a survivor pick point of view. We have another entry into the Las Vegas Super Contest. We couldn't do it as Team Rage this year because of the fucking exchange rate. Talking about Stephen Harper, our dollar's like 74 cents. Cam can't go to Vegas anymore. I can go to Vegas Light, Niagara Falls.
Yeah, if
I'm lucky.
Want to hear this one? So I go up to my girlfriend for my 4 days. She takes me to Vegas, so I want to do the same type of thing. Hey, milestones. I go, hey, what are we going to do? We check out Vegas. even the El Cortez now, Gabe, double and triple the price. It's unbelievable. I used to sleep there in the master
Once
suite
the
for
El Cortez
$29.
is charging $120 a night. It's over.
It's over. I'm going to. No,
we're going to Reno.
Know what?
Well, you're going to Windsor.
Actually, no, I'm
Why
going.
are you going to Windsor?
Hey, call it Vegas Ultralight. Niagara Falls is Vegas Light. I'm going to Windsor. Vegas Ultralight.
Oh, Windsor. How much is a hotel in Windsor?
Nice. I could still stay at the Caesars and pretend I'm a rich guy.
Windsor's really cheap. It's nice. Windsor's like Reno, Nevada.
You know what the best thing about Windsor is? You take your girlfriend out to a steakhouse and you sit back, relax. I can have the big tomahawk and go, you know what? It was under a couple $100.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get ravaged in Windsor. But lots of value in Windsor. Problem is going over to Detroit. I found a couple nice. I love going to the Greektown Casino in Detroit. When I was covering Kolyakovo when he was with the Wings, I went down there and I stayed at the Greektown. But I'll tell you something, man. Even with our dollar, you're already down a couple hands. It blows.
No, exactly.
I could buy. You know what? That's
the thing. We're going to Vegas too. You talk about that. It costs you money to go there. Then plus, you're screwed. Like you're losing 25% on the dollar.
You ever notice there's not the $5.99 prime rib? It's all $9.99. Yeah, there's no value in Vegas anymore.
I bet $2,000 on a football game. Fuck, they give you 2 drink tickets.
I know. That's what I said. I go, are you kidding me? I am getting pillaged at this casino. We have a friend who works there, Gabe. So I don't want to mention the one, but I got problems with drink tickets. I can't even get drink tickets unless Brian Blessing's there because he knows the owners. I'm like, and he gets a stack of them. If I'm spending okay, how many drink tickets do you think for $100 bet? In Cam's casino, you get $100 bet drink tickets. I'd give you 5 minimum.
That's a lot of drink tickets.
No, it's not. $20 a bet. You get a drink. Every $20 you bet, you get a drink.
That's a good idea.
How much is a bottle of beer there? $1.
It's
like
a buck. Biff's Casino. Cam's Casino.
Yeah, Biff's Casino. $20 drink ticket for you. You're in.
I like that. Yeah. No, you know what though? I wouldn't discriminate against a $10 player. Some stiff coming in, I'd give him a drink.
Well, if he looks in there and goes, hey, $10, he kind of like says it sadly down. You're
it's
in
that
too.
New Banter gaming. You know, they all come down here. It's like, and then they act like, well, we don't care. You bet $2,500. It's like, yeah, but if some jackass bets $2,500 at the crap table, you're gonna give him a free fucking room.
Exactly.
But if you're a sports gambler, you get jack shit.
Yeah. Why do sports and horse players get stiffed? It's ridiculous. We have to change that. Every dollar should be equal, from blackjack to baccarat to sports.
It really should be. All right.
It's your spend. Money's money.
New England Patriots are 7-point favorites. Season opener. Everybody talked. Ooh, Brady's gonna miss the game. Ironically enough, all the Steelers are gonna miss the game. Pouncey's out. Bell's out. Bryant's out.
Yep.
Bell and Bryant are both out for weed. LeGarrette Blount is out for weed as well. And this is pretty crazy. You got 2 players suspended in the same game for the same thing. They were together, but on different teams. This is almost as bizarre as 2 players being suspended in the same league for assaulting each other, in Brittany Griner and her wife there. Some pretty strange shit.
Great call.
The Patriots. There's Hansel. You like that?
Yeah. Oliver, actually, great call, Gabe. Great call.
You like the reference there?
That was a good one, Oliver?
Yeah, you like the reference. All right. Patriots are laying 7. Normally, I wouldn't want to be laying 7, but I'll tell you, in the old days, in the 80s, it used to be you want to bet against the Super Bowl champion because they were overhyped and overpriced. Not anymore. They've covered 14 of the last 19 games, 14-5 against the spread with 2 pushes. Are Super Bowl champions, Cam, in the last 19 years on these Thursday night home openers. I think the Patriots win by 10. You think they win by more?
I think they win by 16. I'm really looking for a way. People who know me, I'm a straight-up dog player. I love pooches, but you know what? I'm sorry. New England, Tom Brady, anger. I can't lay it down with Pittsburgh. I'll tell you one thing, Morency, the thing that's actually shocking right now that I'm looking at, what surprises you when you're looking at the board, the total that everyone is pumping the over to is has gone down a half point. The Patriots, everyone thinks this game's going to be, oh my God, 38-31 for whatever. Yeah, the total's 51.5. I got in on 52 with my teaser. I have Patriots to the under of 59 on my 7-point teaser, and I'm sticking to it. I don't think Pittsburgh scores more than 17 points. I think they score 17 tops.
I don't know. It's a tough game with the
30. What am I thinking? 33-17.
Pittsburgh's defense is real bad. Patriots are going to score at least 28, maybe 31. Yeah, 31-17 wouldn't shock me.
33.
I'm getting scared of the total. I'm going to tease it. I'm going to lay the points with the Pats.
And go and take it over.
And
maybe
I'll
middle.
Tease it. Pats down to a pick'em over 44.5. That I like.
I think both teams. It might be a middle job.
Pittsburgh will score. They still have Antonio Brown. He's gonna get theirs. They're gonna throw the ball, but there's a lot of games to get to. So let's keep it rolling. Carolina Panthers, Jacksonville Jaguars. Panthers lay 3 on the road. Totals 41. The best bet in this game is under. Keep digging. At 11 o'clock, you can watch this on Rogers Channel 499 on the Fantasy Sports Network. And I talk about this game. This is one of my best bets of the week. Carolina, Jacksonville under.
Final score, what are we seeing? 18-13?
13-10? 16-13?
16-13.
Or one of these weird ones. 9-7.
15-12.
Yeah.
We've seen these games before.
Especially with this new convert rule and shit.
I gotta be honest with you.
There's going to be some weird CFL scores.
I have a lean in this game, though. I have a slight lean
like the Jags?
at +3. I do. I don't think Carolina doesn't scare me, and I think the best way you can go in this game. I don't want to be Tommy Teaser here, but how about Jacksonville +10 under 48.5? That smells real tasty.
I like where you're going with that.
Thanks. I like that one.
Cleveland Browns. I don't like this. Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. I like the Jets in this game.
I do too.
The Vegas Super Contest is -3.5. Unfortunately, they put the hook there. The Jets are going to win this game. What does Cleveland bring to the table? Absolutely nothing, Cam. I'll lay the 3 with the Jets. I'll buy it at 3.5. I'll buy it down, but I like the Jets to win this game.
Duke Johnson, Cleveland's running back, the kid from Miami, who's an absolute stud. I'm waiting for him to get in, but Gabe, you're right. Until he does, this offense is abysmal. They look awful. I can't trust Cleveland, but I also don't like to lay 3 with the Jets. That's actually a perfect number for the game. I think the Jets probably win by 3 or 4 points. I don't see many points in this one, too. I have a slight lean to the under in that football game.
Survivor players have a tough time this week because there's not a lot of big favorites. This is the biggest favorite.
7. What's the biggest favorite? New England or the Packers?
Yeah. Who do you like more to win? Who do you think would win more for sure? I think there's a better chance that Pittsburgh could somehow show up. You got Roethlisberger. They still have talent, the Steelers. They can win in a shootout somehow. They're not going to, but they could. I don't see any way. I don't see how the Bears are going to win. Jay Cutler's terrible against the Bears. Aaron Rodgers owns them. It's like 12-1 or something like that.
Another thing, though, how hard, I know we both believe in Green Bay, and they could win this game by 21 points.
I'm not laying 7.
But that's what I'm saying. How do you in your right mind go, I'm more confident with a touchdown on the road? I think the Packers, what do you think they win by? Between probably 8 and 11, right? Pretty close to the number.
Yeah,
but
it wouldn't surprise me if the Packers won 26-20.
Yeah.
By 6.
Yeah. Jay Cutler.
It's 26-13.
Jay Cutler, backdoor job, and you know him. He's brutal, but he actually might get one for you.
All right. Do we have Brian Blessing? All right. We got Brian Blessing from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Blessing.
Joining us. And it would help if I would probably hit this button.
Brian Blessing.
Brian Blessing. What's up, Brian?
Wow. Ainser actually pulled this off.
Wow.
I thought this was going to be the longest string and soup cans radio thing we've ever done in our life.
No, we're on TV. We're on TV in 29 minutes, so we're all business right now. Rapid fire here, Brian. Before we get to some of your picks, something we want to get to on the TV show today that we didn't, that we couldn't because we ran out of time. We had a great show tonight with all the picks. Was the high school situation in Texas. I want to get your take, Brian, because of course I know you call high school football in Las Vegas, and the talent's getting much better over the years. But let's just play the video. So hang in here for a second, Brian, so the viewers can see the video here of the 2 kids. So basically, this is at John Jay High School in San Antonio, Texas. The referee kicked the quarterback out of the football game for mouthing off. And the coaching staff and the kids on the team weren't happy with one of the referees, so they took matters into their own hands. Let's roll the tape. Really need the Jeopardy music as we wait from now on. All right, you rolling the tape? That's good. All right, here we go. I didn't see it. Oh, here we go, because we're on delay.
Gotta remember that delay.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, that's why we could edit this stuff.
Here it is.
Look at that.
Boom. And then the second kid comes in.
Come on.
Okay, Brian, so you've seen this before. Should they be criminally charged, in your opinion?
Let's start with they should be banished from high school football.
Yes, I agree.
I don't know what grade they're in. They should be banished from high school football.
They're 17 years old, so they're old. They're 17 years old, and they haven't been charged yet. They could be charged with assault as adults, actually. They haven't been charged yet. I agree. And my personal opinion is they should not be charged. It was the heat of the moment. Boys will be boys. It's on a football field. I get it, it was ugly, but these two kids aren't allowed to play high school football anywhere. They're not allowed to move to Louisiana and play there. I think that the U.S. High School Football Association should ban them for life, but I do not believe criminal charges should come into play. Cam, what's your opinion?
He speared him, Ralphie. Yeah, that's what I think. And I'll tell you something. It was a dirty hit, Morency. I got to be honest with you. You obviously can't take money away from kids, so what are you going to do? There has to be some kind of civil lawsuit here. The guy got speared, and I'm playing. We've seen guys in hockey.
They're saying he's a racist.
I'm just going to tell you. Even in hockey games, my buddy's sister drop kick a referee with a karate kick before at the end, like it was insane. I've never seen anything like it. And back in the day, we just laughed it off. A chick beat up a guy. But it really breaking it down, Blessing. I think the guy should be charged. He speared the guy.
Cam thinks he should be charged. So what do you think, Brian? I don't think they should be charged. Just banned for life. They can't play football anymore.
Well, you know what? They could have paralyzed this guy. I mean, that's ridiculous. And I wouldn't want these kids' lives to be ruined. But if it's some sort of misdemeanor, something or other, I wouldn't want their lives, their future jobs, and things to be intact. I don't know how far you go with it. I don't know if did they do this by themselves. Is there any word that the coach had?
Yeah, they just suspended one of the assistant coaches who told the kids the ref has to pay.
There was an assistant coach that told the kids to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, he should be charged.
I agree with Blessing.
If they're doing what their coach told them to do, he should absolutely be charged.
Well, this is like the Todd Bertuzzi thing all over again, right? Like, the coach told them to do it, and, that's the thing. Now, the coach didn't say go spear him, but basically he did. He said, make them pay. There's no way that those kids were able to come up with that themselves. You know that the coach told them, line up behind them and just fucking plow them.
No, good answer on the board. Druzilla's bringing up community service. Can we meet in the middle at community service?
Yeah, community service, but no charges.
Community service.
I don't listen. I don't have a problem. You charge them, but don't charge them as adults then.
I don't know if it's Real Sports or what it was on. The story of the one soccer ref was killed. Some idiot parent comes out and hit the guy. They beat him to a pulp and kills the guy. I mean, this world's going to hell in a handbasket.
No, you can't. And you're right. The thing is, if they don't do anything severe about this, some other kid's just going to fucking drill a ref.
Good point.
Future,
you got to set precedents in this type of thing. Every time a ref pisses you
you're
off.
You're a pretty lenient guy, Cam, but Judge Stewart, like if you're doing Judge Stewart, you're like, sorry, kids.
No, but you said it, though. So think about this. So every time some pissed off high school team, we're the favorite. Remember, think about that team that walks in there. It's a state championship. Referee, very controversial call like a Super Bowl game. What's to say that some kid's going to go, you fucking prick, and just come in there and just plow the guy, right?
What's the craziest thing you've seen with Kenny doing high school football in Vegas, Brian?
I'm sorry, Gabe. What's the what?
What's the craziest thing you've seen in Vegas doing high school football, doing the games?
Well, my God, nothing like that. I'm telling you, the talent level out here is actually incredible. And these kids are popping heads pretty good. You know what? I would say this, though. I mean, it's such a tough thing to talk about because you have the poor kid in New Orleans playing high school football who just died. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. We're watching the NFL, and a guy goes, we had a game last week, we did, and this kid cut across the middle. He went up to catch the pass, and the kid lit him up. It was a textbook beautiful hit, and the flag flew for a personal foul. You don't want to see anybody get hurt. I mean, the reality of it is when you go out and play football, it's a brutal, vicious, physical contact sport. But we watch the games, and if you're sitting from a gambling perspective or a fan, I mean, we'll see Sunday. You watch, we'll probably see one tomorrow night. There'll be like there'll be a great play, and the guy literally is getting a penalty for hitting someone too hard.
No,
I'm with Blessing on that one. When it comes to the game, it's been wussified, and you can lay out a guy on a perfect hit, and Gabe, if the guy stays down, it's a flag, and that's bullshit.
Okay, so listen, Brian, we got about 20 minutes. You don't have to stay for the 20 minutes, but I'm saying we got 20 minutes here, so we're blasting through every NFL game. You don't have to give total analysis for every game. Just quick thought, yes, no, sort of what we did on the TV show today, but you can check that out at 11 o'clock Eastern. But, we got just our top picks, so to speak, on that show here. But we'll blast through it. There's a lot of viewers right now tuning in on YouTube. People are going to rewatch this, Brian, so they're going to want our picks. They're talking about Survivor and stuff. Me and Cam both believe the Patriots are going to win and probably cover, but they're going to win the game. We talked about the Panthers and the Jags. Cam thinks the Panthers, that the Jags are a live dog in this game. We all agree that the under is the play in that game. Jets are laying 3 to the Brownies. We talked about that game. Me and Cam both like the Jets, probably in a close one, but Fitzpatrick gets it done. Everybody's betting the Packers up to 7 right now. Is that a trap, Brian? I think Green Bay are going to win this game outright, but I'm not in a hurry to lay 7 points on the road in week 1. Are you?
No, and very quickly, I would just say it's not a game I'm going within a country mile of, but you're talking your bitter rival. I mean, if the Redskins were 2-10 playing the Cowboys 10-2, I mean, you think the Redskins aren't going to show up and give them the game of their lives? This is the biggest rivalry in the sport. Week 1, a road division game, you're looking to lay a touchdown. That's a recipe for disaster. I'm staying away from it, but that's a lot of points.
I'm not a teaser guy, Gabe, but I could see this game. How about Green Bay pick 'em over 42, Chicago plus 14 over 42?
Yeah, you could middle it. All right, the Buffalo Bills and the Colts. Me and Blessing talk about this.
Love the Bills.
If we say, okay, if me and Blessing like the Bills, we're homers.
Yeah, I know.
But
I like the Bills.
Listen, I'll rattle off some stats for you here. The Buffalo Bills are 6-1 against the spread their last 7 games as a home dog. The Buffalo Bills are 5-0 against the spread last 5 home openers against a non-division opponent. Meanwhile, Andrew Luck is 0-4 in his career on the road against AFC East teams. The Indianapolis Colts have lost 7 straight games
road team.
to the Indianapolis on the road to AFC East teams. You talked about it, Brian, Cam. You know this. The Colts suck on the road.
They do.
And the Colts are like a baseball team. They're sort of like the Mets. They beat up on crap teams, but Andrew Luck struggles against good teams. He struggles on the road. Their offensive line is pretty mediocre. The Bills' fucking pass rush is really going to get after it. It's going to be a fucking madhouse, Ralph Wilson Stadium. Those fans are going to be drunker than normal. It's going to be fucking insane. And the Colts' defense, their one weakness, they're pretty good against the run. Whatever. We got Tyrod Taylor. You guys got no tape on this. You don't know what we got all these plays. Greg Roman's been holding back, Brian. And the Colts can't stop the run. So you got LaShawn McCoy, you got Carlos Williams, you got Bryce fucking Brown, you got Anthony Dixon. The Bills' recipe for success is run the fucking ball down the middle of their fucking throat and have Tyrod Taylor run around like Colin Kaepernick, and the Bills win this game. But me and Blessing are Bills fans. Who do you like, Cam?
Love the Bills.
That was a pretty convincing argument for the Bills, wasn't it?
Sold. I love the Bills, and the people don't understand, it pisses me off because you've been a Bills fan, and Blessing. The thing about Blessing is, we bust his balls. Let's call it out for what it is. Guy's a wicked capper. He tells the truth. He's giving winning golf picks, great picks all the time. And the thing is, he doesn't even bet Bills games. The guy's bets totals, and you know what I mean? And I'm sick and tired of everyone going, yeah, you fucking homers. You know what? The Bills are a great home dog. Renzi, remember when we went to the Seattle Bills game when Seattle was good? The Bills kicked the shit out of the Seahawks team that just went to the Super Bowl after that.
What they do to the Packers last year?
I know. They beat them outright as 6-point dogs.
Aaron Rodgers had the second worst game of his career. The week
Bills
before that,
killed them.
Peyton Manning threw like 4 interceptions against them. Nobody wants to see the Bills.
Yep.
I think the Bills win this game. I really
do.
Brian, what do you think?
I'm just going to pile on basically everything you just said. The one thing is Mark Lawrence likes Indy in the Super Bowl. I had him on today, and he has the Bills winning this game. I said, well, I can buy into the Indy in the Super Bowl thing if they go like 13-3 and have home field advantage. They're just rotting on the road against quality opponents. Everything you just said, I think Tyrod Taylor is going to surprise a lot of people. I really, really do. The offensive line for the Bills is better with Incognito and Miller. The one guy I don't think anybody – I would look for Clay to have a monster game this week. They kept him under wraps. I think Watkins has a breakout season. But the guy to watch for, I'm telling you, this Carlos Williams kid, everybody in Buffalo's kicked off. It's Fred Jackson's gone. They had to do it for money. They're going to sign Darius before the opener for next year. Get that nonsense out of the way. I'm just telling you, if you're a fantasy football player, Carlos Williams is going to be the goal line back. But I'm betting you this kid gets 10 to 15 carries, and if you haven't seen him play, it's got to be an eye-opener. This guy is big, he's a beast, and he runs like a reindeer.
All right, the Buffalo Bills front four, one of the best in the National Football League. They're going to get after the quarterback, their defense. Darby could be the one problem. The kid had some problems. Rex Ryan likes to play one-on-one coverage. We got a rookie, a cornerback that could be a problem against the Colts. I think the Bills win a higher scoring game, but let's move on to some other games. The next one in the rotation.
Gabe, real quick, I just want to tell you, for anybody out there playing fantasy, Andre Johnson is going to have an awesome game. They're going to add Gilmore on T.Y. Hilton, and Darby's going to struggle. Andre Johnson's going to get his Colts career off to a big start. I think they're going to be behind and throwing a lot. Johnson's going to put up some box score numbers against the Bills.
All right, I can't disagree. Brian Blessing, I'm
playing Clay Morency. I'm in big trouble. I agree with Blessing. Clay's going to have a huge game.
Me and Cam are going to be doing a daily fantasy show. Actually, Brian, we'll have you on as a guest.
Yeah.
I know you are quite the fantasy guru. People are unaware of that. Kansas City Chiefs, Houston Texans. This game's a tough game. Either team could win. If I had to pick
Slight
a winner,
lean to the chefs.
Yeah, me too. I'd take KC on the road here. If I had to, I don't have to. I will not be betting this game. Good game. I'm not going anywhere fucking near this game, Brian.
You like that Carolina game under? I'll stay under. I'd stay away from this too. I think it's a bizarre spot, but I kind of do like this game under the total. I think with Watt and Clowney, Jamal Charles could struggle here. I'm not doing a cartwheel about Hoyer. Obviously, Foster's out. Alfred Blue's going to be running the ball. I'm not in love with either side. Either team can win, but I'd lean to the under.
Hey, Blessing, do you have a take in the Seattle Rams game? And people know I'm a huge Seahawk fan, but I'll tell you something. It's a house of horrors for Seattle. You talk about certain places teams don't like. They don't like going into St. Louis, and you're getting 4 points with the Rams and a little bit of a hangover. I
could see Seattle winning by 3.
I could see that game being decided by like 1 point, Blessing. What do you think? I'm a Seattle fan, but I think the Rams and the points might be the sharp play.
I know you're a Seattle fan because you skipped over the Dolphins and the Redskins.
Sorry, Morency.
Seattle, St. Louis. Who do you like, Brian?
I'm on the sidelines. I got nothing.
Me too.
Love St. Louis. I've been touting them that they're going to be. I thought a monster team still reaps all those rewards from the RG3 trade. But you got to see these guys' schedule. Mother of God, it's brutal. I would have thought they'd have been a sleeper team to make the playoffs, except their schedule's so tough. They play Seattle tough. I'm watching this one. I think Fred Jackson's going to be a contributor.
I do too.
I'll be surprised how much he plays. And watch out for the Lockett kid, not just on kickoff returns. I think teams are going to be worried a lot about Jimmy Graham and Marshawn Lynch in the box. I think this Lockett is going to explode on the scene. I think him and Wilson.
K-State, good player.
Awesome player.
I think Seattle are going to win this game. St. Louis, they were awful in the preseason.
It'll be tight.
Their defense will hang in. Probably another game, guys, looking at the under, actually, 40.5. Rams defense, one of the best in the league. Seattle's defense, arguably the best in the league in its own right, actually. So I'd be surprised if this is a higher scoring game. Rams always play the Hawks tough. Redskins, Dolphins. I'll tell you what, everybody, this is one of those. This is the biggest trap game of the week, I think, actually. This and the Raiders and the Bengals. There's so much negativity about RG3 and, the Redskins suck. The Dolphins, you brought up the numbers, Blessing, on the TV show. Incredible numbers about the Dolphins' ineptness on the road. Dolphins' ineptness is favorites. You're going to lay 3.5, 4 points for the Dolphins on the road in week 1. You're crazy, man. Kirk Cousins can move the sticks here. It's week 1. Redskins will come to play. If I had to take this game, I'd take Washington. In fact, I might
lay it down with the Skins.
In fact, I'm not going to give this as a top pick, but I'll have a small play. I'll put money on the Redskins. Small pick, Brian.
I agree with you, Gabe. I don't like this one either, but I do kind of smell a rat here. The home dog, I think, is live in this spot. Bottom line is you got a head-to-head matchup on the two coaches that are probably the most likely to get fired. I don't like either coach. There's a truckload of love for Miami out here, and frankly, I don't get it. I think they're a decent team, people are acting like this is going to be a really good team. If they are, God bless them. I don't see it. I will say the Landry kid is a stud. I mean, he is going to be, with all the buzz last year with Beckham and Evans and these rookie wide receivers and Watkins. Don't sleep on this Landry kid. He's got a ton of talent.
They've got Kenny Stills as well for the
Stills
Saints.
is good. I think Stills is going to have a big year, too.
They expect a lot of things from Tannehill. He got big money. This next game, this is my first, and you guys know I love my teasers. This is the first teaser of the year for me. Well, I'll probably play one, but I'll tell you to play this one. You talk about middling games. This got middle all over it. You could tease San Diego, tease Detroit, but Detroit-San Diego, tough game, Brian. Total's 45.5. I love a teaser, 7-point teaser. Detroit Lions up to 10, over 38.5. That's money in the bank. That's what I'll be playing. That's one of the first late games on the board. Any thoughts on that game?
San Diego wins football games. They don't blow anybody out. I'd say it's Detroit. It's probably Detroit for me in the slightest of fashion. Stafford's tough to trust, but I think that maybe they get a different dimension here with Abdullah. We'll see what San Diego's offense brings to the table. They get the young running back, but beyond that, I think they're getting long in the tooth.
All right, the Saints and the Cardinals. This is one of my top picks.
I love the Cardinals. Love them.
How are you not here?
I love them.
Carson Palmer, 9-1. Talk about not getting any respect. Carson Palmer is 9-1 in his last 10 games as a starter. Bruce Arians is one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in the NFL. I mean, the guy got fucking Drew Stanton and Ryan Lindley into the playoffs.
Saints are getting older quick.
Saints are living in the past, fuck. We talked about it. They're old. Their defense sucks. They gave up 30 or more points 7 times last year. They didn't really do anything to address it. They lost Jimmy Graham. Marcus Colston's old. All right, you got Cooks. Brandon Cooks on one of my fantasy teams. He's going to put up some nice numbers. They just don't have enough offensively. They don't have enough defensively. Arizona is one of the toughest places to play. I know you're not as high on the cards as me and Cam are, but I love Arizona in this game. I'll lay the 2.5.
I respect Arians, and Arizona's one of these teams. They don't get any respect whatsoever. I don't love it, but I'm telling you, I'd be leery of it. I would actually take a shot on New Orleans. I'll disagree with you a little bit. I just think that New Orleans is going to run the ball more. They're going to get some big plays from Cooks. Everybody thinks they're going to struggle because Graham is gone. I have a funny feeling that New Orleans and Atlanta are going to have bounce-back seasons. And I think New Orleans might be one of those teams that upsets the apple cart this week.
Everybody talks about the Patriots and the Broncos, Brady-Manning rivalry. Well, how about the Flacco-Manning rivalry? Baltimore-Denver, they don't like each other. Baltimore always seems to beat them. You're getting 4.5 points here. I don't know. You think Denver, in your words, it's a boat race?
Boat race. Uh-oh.
You think Denver could blow them out, huh?
Wow.
If I was betting this game in December, and especially if I was betting this game in the playoffs, I'm on Baltimore in a heartbeat. But at the beginning of the year, Manning's not tired, worn down. He's fresh as a daisy. The place will be jumping. And I will just say this to you guys. That this is a revenge game for Denver for the next 20 years. It's the way a Super Bowl on that one long pass that beat them at the last second.
Yeah.
Denver's going to have it circled to play Baltimore for the rest of their lives. I love Baltimore. I love Ozzie Newsome. I think they're well coached. I could make a lot of great cases for Baltimore. This is just a bad spot.
It's a trap for Baltimore. I agree.
Well, what about another? What about this one, Gabe? Cincinnati got laying 3 on the road against Oakland.
You and I are both high on the Raiders.
We could tell this, Blessing. I don't know. You might disagree, but me and Morency think the Raiders are going to cover a lot of numbers. I think they're going to be a dangerous home dog this year.
Your boy Khalil Mack from Buffalo is lighting it up.
He's awesome.
Going to be a star.
And Carr's going to get better.
Latavius Murray, running back. This kid's explosive as hell.
Raiders D's got some mean players,
Cooper, man. Ken Norton Jr.'s in there with Del Rio right now. They're running the defense. Charles Woodson's the incredible ageless wonder. I'm not saying the Raiders are going to win 8 games this year, but the Raiders are going to be a pain in the ass to play. It's going to be a tough win for the Bengals. I just wish we were getting a little more than 3. What do you think, Brian?
I'm going to listen. I think it's the softest number on the board out here from the season. 2 of them, the Bengals and the Bills at 8.5 season win totals are ridiculous. Cincinnati coughs up a lung in the playoffs. They win 10, 11 games. The Raiders are going to be improved. But come on, it's still the Raiders. I think Cincinnati. You get that Hill and Bernard combination. Everybody kind of healthy out of the gate here. For whatever reason, I think people just thumb their nose at Cincinnati because of the last thing they remember, and that's them vomiting on their golf shoes. I think Cincy wins this game and covers.
Pulling a John Daly.
Tennessee, Tampa Bay. What the hell do you do with that? That game's ugly.
It's a rematch of the Rose Bowl here. We got Mariota and Winston, ironically enough, playing against each other for the first time. And we should know too, with the Bills and the Colts game, it's interesting. Tyrod Taylor, the last time he started a football game was the Orange Bowl. Who did he play against? Andrew Luck and Stanford.
Ooh.
It's amazing how they're pass cross again many, many years later. Andrew Luck won that first meeting 40-12. He ain't winning this one 40-12. Tennessee and Tampa, this game's a fucking train wreck.
It is.
But because of the fact that it's these two kid quarterbacks, it makes it interesting. If I had to pick a winner here, I'd take Tampa Bay. I just think they have more all-around talent than the game's in Tampa.
Yeah, I'm pass.
You can't.
This is the game on ProLine Pools that's going to screw everything. You're not going to do the old box. You're just going to throw it out there, and it's going to be an absolute disaster.
Ken, you're right. I won't even feel bad for the guy with a bad beat in this game because why are you betting it? It's like betting an Ottawa Red Black Saskatchewan Rough Rider game. You deserve a bad beat, like me. All right, so we got the Giants.
I would just jump in and say, that game is going to be one to watch to see how these guys fare. But basically, it's a pick'em game, and you're asked 3 because it's a home game. How do you not? If you did anything, if they light it up, good for them. But how do you not play the under? You got these two kids basically playing their first game for the first time, going against starting defenders.
Good point.
For 60 minutes. I think maybe they move the ball between the 20s. The field goal kickers better be loosened up because I don't see a lot of touchdowns. I play the under.
Bucks 13, Titans 9. Are you feeling it?
That one kind of flew out. The game was so ugly, I didn't really even bother looking at the total.
16-10 somebody.
I think you're onto something.
I agree. Actually, that could be
the.
You know what? Blessing brought up a great point. That could be the under the board.
The only thing is Winston's reckless. Fuck, this guy can throw pick sixes.
Lots of danger.
That's why you can't trust Tampa. They might win because he's just going to heave it up there to Jackson and Evans and hope for the best. Mariota, man, he might surprise people. I think he's going to run around and beat people. Mariota didn't run much in the preseason. He's going to go unleashed here, and it's going to be different in this game. That's a stay-away game from. All right, we got about 5, 7, 8 minutes left here. We got the TV show coming up, Brian. So the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Listen, the Giants are overrated. I like the over in this game, but I don't know. It's an ugly game. I know it's Sunday Night Football and all that. I'm not in a hurry to lay 6. You got an opinion, Cam?
No, I slightly into Dallas, but I don't want to lay 6 either. Divisional game, the Giants can show up and win the game outright.
I'm going to tease this. I'm going to tease this Giants plus 13 in the over. That's what I'm going to do, Brian, but I don't have a huge opinion on it. You?
I do have a huge opinion on it, and it's the over.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can real quick go back. The games in Dallas when these teams play are a circus act. 31-21 last year. I'm going back to 2008 for the last under.
They always get to the 53, 54, exactly.
No, I'm not wasting my time. Trust me. You want to look it up,
But the Giants, if you got the numbers there, we don't even look it up. I know because the Giants have fun with this. They do a little check mark every time they win there. Remember, they won like 6 times in a row there. I think Dallas might have beaten them once since they've opened up this new stadium. The Giants always win there, even when they're beaten down. I don't like the fact
that teaser.
Well, Victor Cruz isn't going to be playing though, so
not for 4 weeks.
They got some running backs. I'd have to take the points if I had to in this one, Brian. But I agree with your over. I agree with the over there.
Well, and I would just say this. I mean, it's one game. Yes, it's the over. But mark down these angles that are ridiculous, okay? Tom Coughlin at home. This is a road game, but at home, against division foes, he's a dead under coach. Against non-division opponents at home, he's a dead over coach. There are these trends that just happen every year. Mark Lawrence always brought up to Pittsburgh. You played them the following week. Teams were beat up. That was 3-4 years ago. 2 years ago, I said to Mark Lawrence, I think we're starting to see something here. And this was 2 years ago, early in the season. I think Seattle's killing people. I think we're onto this.
There was. That's what I was going to say. It's the post.
Next week.
It's the post Seattle deal.
Last year, 10 weeks in a row, teams that played Seattle didn't get the money the next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mark those things down as things for future reference.
Those are real trends. Trends that take it to the window.
Totally true. All right, we got 2 Monday nighters. Dun, 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 dun. Pretty good one to start off here. Philadelphia Eagles at the Atlanta Falcons.
Birds.
You know, the Eagles were the best team in the preseason by far. They were drilling teams, but they're also running their offense. They're running a no-huddle offense in the preseason. Harbaugh said, we don't care. You guys want to run around, go ahead and do it. So they racked up a ton of points. I am high on Bradford from a fantasy standpoint. If you haven't had a draft yet, you probably had, but I think he's a steal late if you get him. But with all that being stated, you got Philadelphia laying 3 at Atlanta, Cam. So in other words, what they're telling us, if home field is worth 3.5, that the Eagles would be 6.5, 7-point favorites against Atlanta. These two teams are totally fucking even football teams. I like the Falcons +3 at home, actually, Cam.
I actually, you know what I like in this game? Any teaser to the over. I think there's going to be no defense in this game. It's a high number.
55.
You know what?
They're going to be at 38, 38 at the half.
That's a bait line, man. That's trying to say, 55 too high. That's a little bit. You know what? It's a perfect line because I could see the winning. I could see a 42-38 type game. I could see this is going to be a college game.
Indoors on the fast
You want a
track?
college game?
Hey,
This is a fantasy dream right here.
Indoors on the fast track, Monday Night Football, Bradford versus Ryan. There's going to be balls flying through the air here.
Yeah, I mean, it looks so easy, doesn't it? I mean, it has all the makings of that. Here's the problem. This is so similar to, the Indy number at Buffalo. So they're telling you that Indy's 6.5 points better than Bills on a neutral. They're telling you here that Philly's 6.5 better than Atlanta on a neutral. I think Atlanta wins the game. I think from a matchup perspective, I'm rooting for Bradford to see him stay healthy. Guys haven't played a football game in forever. I think Atlanta has a bounce-back season. I'm taking the points with the home dog.
Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers.
That's ugly.
I got to be honest. When I first saw this, I was like, Vikings. Come on, Vikings.
How about
easy.
the under?
But now suddenly I'm like, no, this game's a trap. Just like you were talking about earlier. Doesn't matter what the big picture is. I think San Francisco's schedule is brutal. I think they're going to struggle. But I tell you what, Monday Night Football, no one's fans are crazier. They're new Raider fans. All the crazy gangsters and shit, all the gangbangers, they're all Niner fans now. They're not even Raider fans. The fans are nuts. It's the first game of the year.
17-12 somebody.
If I had to take it, I would take Minnesota. But I'm not in love with the Vikings anymore like I was before, to be honest. And I liked the Vikings before. Now I'm in a pass mode here. But I'll end up getting a piece of it. But it's a tough game. You have a take?
You know what? Everything you said, Gabe, it's a weird game. Something tells me that the Niners do show up in this one, and I think Minnesota's going to make some noise this year. I still stay there a year or two away. The interesting thing is to watch Peterson and to see what he does. I'd love to. Yeah, this is the game you might start doing player props. If they put a player prop up, Kaepernick rushing yards, I'd play that over. I think he's going to be running a lot this year, and I think he's going to put up some ridiculous rushing numbers this season.
Brian Blessing, now on AM 1400 in Las Vegas, Nevada, but it's still Sportsbook Radio. Great stuff today, Brian. Thanks for the double dip. We've got the TV show on right now on the Fantasy Sports Network. We encourage people to check that out if you're watching this live. But if you're not, check out Chris from MIB's Prop Picks. Hell, I want to check out these prop picks. I see he's working right now. He's writing things down.
Or else we got new taglines.
We're going to find out if Chris the Greek is related to Jimmy the Greek in the coming weeks here. So you can check out his props. This is 420 Sports. For Brian Blessing, the Raging Redhead. Cam, always a pleasure. Don't forget about the treasure hunt on Halloween in Hyde Park. Shout out to our boys over at Juju Joints and Remo as well. Other than that, you're on your own. Later.